Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pocket Dragon. This is a lovely afternoon for most of us, and today we are going to be playing Symbaroum, which is a one-shot part of our fantasy series that we are doing over here. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Symbaroum, in of itself, is done by Free League Publishing, the creators of Alien and Mutineer Zero. Symbaroum kind of focuses on this new fantasy world, very richly nuanced around the Ambrians, a civilization that 2 decades ago were forced to flee their ancestral soil after a devastating war. This new promised land borders this vast forest known as Davokar. There was the remnants of the empire of Symbaroum, which fell into ruins like hundreds of years ago. And this is kind of what the Ambrians see as kind of like their forefathers. While the forest calls out for Ambrians to be explored and exploited, the forest itself has horrors which we will never know. But today we were playing a scenario called Rite of Passage, which was a community contest that happened a while ago by the Iron Pact or Ordo Magica. And one of the winners, which was myself and my friend David, we created an adventure which was more so focused on the barbarian side. So it's a lot of fun, and we're going to get to explore that today. We've all made characters within the last 24 hours. Super easy. It was super flawless. No issues whatsoever. But Symbaroum, it's very near and dear for me. So let's be introduced to our cast members today for this adventure that we're about to go on, as they will soon become barbarians.
Hi, I'm Jason. On Twixter, I'm JJSYNN. On Blue Sky, I am Graphical Ronin, all one word. Just about everywhere else, I'm Graphical_Ronin. I'm playing Kren Shaw today, obviously a barbarian, and I'm a graphic designer and illustrator.
Hi, I'm also Jason, but to disambiguate, you can call me Ampersands. I am AlltheAmpersands on Instagram and on Twitch. There's a couple extra links on my Twitch page, and this is my first time on the PocketDragonPub.
Hi, y'all. Artem here. I'm a theater director, a podcaster, YouTuber, aspiring YouTuber, all around professional nerd. You can find me on Instagram at Artem Directly.
Hey everybody, my name is Vixie Belle. I am your friendly neighborhood player at the table today with the wonderful guest host, Mitch. Thank you, Mitch, for GMing this game. I'm so excited. And welcome to our new table members, Jason and Jason, who you can unconfuse later. I'm happy to be playing with this fabulous group of people.
I am Mitchell. I will be the GM. You can find me on all socials at Mitch Bustillos. That's it. Boom. Nah, I gotta do a dramatic pause.
Dramatic pause.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do you guys want to play a game?
Yeah.
Why, yes. Yes, I do, Mitch.
All right, let's pop into this. So the Rite of Passage begins at sunset in Gadinja on the spring equinox, where you and your families have arrived for the initial ceremony. With that said, as you look around, you see colorful tatters of clothing over long wooden poles, protecting people from the sun as it kind of gazes through the Davokar forest. Little trickles of light here and there, and you can see like the little fireflies dancing. Even while it's morning, sunset. So yeah, what does everyone look like? How are you feeling? What are you doing? Why are you here?
Kren is about 6 foot, roughly. He is much older than most of the other people here, probably pushing or a little over 40. Silver streaking his hair. He's tall and wiry. He does have the telltale woad tattoos all over his chest, shoulders, back, and around his eyes of his people. No family with him. He's traveling alone with his walking stick.
Zafamar is probably at the end of his teenage years. He's a little sallow looking, medium height, shaggy hair, but you know, kind of peaceful and good natured. So a little bit of a grin on his face. He's excited. He's glad to be here. And he's also excited that his good friend is joining him for this trial.
And walking along beside Zafamar is a young woman who is also nearing the end of her teenage years. She's that student that turned like a year older, but like during the school year, so they're stuck in the same grade as everybody still. Because she's technically just turned 20, but end of her teen years. She is walking along beside Zafamar and is a complete contrast to Zafamar. In the sense that she's very serious. She's got the tribal markings of Zarek, which is their clan. Her hair is a wild mass of dark curls that kind of just frame her face in a way that, like, I put some effort into keeping it out of my face, but I don't particularly give a damn about about what it looks like. If that makes sense. That's kind of the care and thought that was put into her hair. And then the rest of her outfit is very, like, she's built like she's ready to weather anything severe. She is a very athletic figure. She looks like she's battle hardened even at this age. She walks along beside Zafamar and seems almost bored because they weren't allowed to, take any weapons with them. They weren't allowed to have much aside from the bare necessities. So she's just kind of like kicking rocks, waiting for something to like happen.
So Mareva is about 19. She is, she's like pretty athletic. She traveled up from her clan, Baega, moving north to Gudinja, where these trials are happening. She was accompanied by all 13 of her sisters all the way up to Yedeza, where they parted ways, and then she was kind of on her own. She's feeling pretty stressed and anxious because the entire trip up, her sisters were getting her to like wake up at 1 a.m. to go on these like night hunts to to train her night senses. Her fingers are like covered in blisters from just constantly shooting with a bow. And then as they got up through, going up to Yedeza, the sisters just like left. So she's been on her own. So at this point, she's gone to these trials. They've taken her bow, they've taken her daggers. She's kind of without stuff. She's a little bit like over it. She's just kind of wants to get this thing over with because she's very anxious to just have it done. Because every one of her sisters has done it and survived, and she's just kind of fried a bit.
Cool. After like a few moments of everyone looking at each other, awaiting the moment, conversations cease as a tall, bearded man in a long bearskin cloak stands up. I am High Chieftain Theraben. All those who seek to undergo the Rite of Passage step forward.
Kren steps forward.
That means us. Come. Elbows him.
Sure.
Like pushes him like almost.
Oh, I know. And I stand up. I'm just not in a rush.
Nadia joins him.
Mareva rolls her eyes and steps forward.
Today begins.
Kren does not look enthusiastic about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mareva notices Kren's lack of enthusiasm and kind of just a little bit inches a little bit closer to him, feeling like this is his person.
Today begins a sacred ritual, only one that unifies the barbarian clans. At the bonfire ceremony in Kavashti, you will become an adult. Now starts the journey to show your families, villages, and yourself that you are strong, that you are capable, and you are a barbarian. So, tell us your name and your clan.
So Kren steps forward with his staff and he takes a deep sigh and he says, I am Crenshaw of the Yadessa clan.
All right, excellent. Roll defense for me.
Oh, great.
Wait, we're already rolling.
Oh.
I rolled a 7 and my defense is 15 minus 2.
Okay. It's not that bad. Wow, you're kind of spry.
Yeah, I haven't lived to 40 by mistake.
Yeah. Yeah. You feel the glaring eyes of a tall woman behind you, and as you approach and move forward, she attempts to just knock you in the back of the head with this ring that she has on her finger. But you're able to just kind of like, or however, how would he dodge? This is a real question.
I feel like if he saw it coming, he would just kind of move his stick in between
Just like,
her hand and his head.
nice. Yeah, she glares at you, but no one else seems to like register this, or at least all the adults. All right, yeah, who's next?
Zaphimar steps forward, says, I am Zaphimar of the Zarek clan. Apprentice Witch.
I am Mareva of Clan Baega. I am a hunter and a tracker. May Varatha's mercy be upon us all. And she steps back.
She steps forward, very serious, still by Zaphimar, but just waiting to see, kind of scout out everyone else, and says, I am Nadia of the Zarek clan.
There's a pause.
Zaphimar is like every once in a while is like stealing a look at Kren, like, are you supposed to be here? Like,
he's giving you a look back, like, I don't want to be.
Well, that's a look like this bullshit. Am I right?
Yeah. I mean, someone tried to fix the problem, but spry old man.
Zapho's more like, oh, that's fun.
Thurban knocks his staff on the ground, and 3 Wrath guards, who are generally they're kind of one of the best warriors that the barbarians have. Usually they reside in Karvosti and are charged with protecting the leaders of the barbarian clans. So 3 of them will approach. One of them is the tall woman who tried to bash the older man in the back of the head. She's currently wearing a wooden mask that obscures her face, though just telling by her weight and muscles and general tone, she could go toe-to-toe with a bear if needed. The other one is Taryn, who generally seems to be smiling through his mask. Like his eyes just have that little twinkle as he watches you all. And finally, Verema, who is certainly shorter. She's like 4'5", long hair that reaches down to her waist, and part of her mask is like broken off, so you can see that she has a serious look on her face. Lothar, the tall, muscular one, places a hand upon the old man's shoulder and looks at you all. Are you ready to go into Davokar?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Nadia looks at Zafamar and says, "No, but we will do our best."
Oh, that was honest. I like it. I think I'm ready, though.
I think this moment makes it feel real for Mareva, so she kind of like suddenly steals herself a bit, kind of takes a sigh and just nods.
Well, let's hope there are no mistakes, not like the ones that happened in the past. As she looks over at the half Ambrian.
Oh.
Nadia makes her stands up straighter, and she like kind of defiant of this judgment.
Sometimes there are no mistakes, just choices you don't appreciate.
No, there are mistakes. You're going to find out real soon that there are mistakes, and mistakes hurt, and they're costly, and sometimes you lose things that you need. And yeah.
Well, I feel encouraged.
You should, yeah. Verema, the smaller of the Wrath Guards, kind of starts pushing Lothar towards the forest. It's like, just follow us, please, as you guys make your way into the forest. Yeah.
You into the woods.
And like the trees on the exterior, on the outer sections of Davokar, feel like normal trees from our perspective. But as you grow or go deeper in, like the trees start getting much wider, covering like huge amount of spaces, whose like limbs stretch out into the sky far beyond what you could feel is possible. It kind of almost blots out the sun, and certainly during the nighttime here in Davokar, the only light that you have are from torches. But as you guys travel, it takes about 2 hours. Do you guys make any small chat while you do?
I probably pull up near Crenshaw, and I like tap him for a second. Hey, are you Crenshaw?
Yes. I am Kren.
Crenshaw,
Kren is fine.
The warm-blooded wraith, the old man who cannot die.
He's genuinely confused by this line of questioning.
Kren, the ancient friendly ghoul.
So.
Everybody knows about you. Are you that Kren?
No, I'm just Kren. Is there another one?
Well, if there is one, they haven't written tales of him yet. But yeah, I heard about you. My sisters were telling me that you're going to be joining the Rites this year.
I'm frankly amazed that news of this has gone out before me. I only found out about it myself about a week ago.
I mean, I think most everyone in the forest is kind of amazed you're still kicking, Sorry to be so.
It is unusual for my. It's unusual for my people. It's perfectly fine.
So what's
I was.
Yeah, what's brought you to the Rites now? Why'd you wait so long?
Well, quite honestly, it's not anything I ever wanted to do. Early on in my childhood, I was my mother passed away shortly after I was born, and the medicine woman took me in, raised me. I was her assistant, and she wouldn't let me go. And the chief didn't dare to tell her no. So I got to avoid it and learn medicine, bushcraft, the useful things, while all the other people my age went off for the trial. Unfortunately, she passed away, and now I'm here. Can't avoid it any longer. Are you looking forward to this? Is it something you've striven for?
I mean, I'd like to say I was passionate about it, but my sisters have been going on about this my entire life. I mean, it just feels like I've just been. This moment has been getting so built up in my whole life. It seems like this is all that everyone's been talking about and getting me ready for. And I don't know. I wish I had the choice to go and do something different before, taking the rights.
Yeah.
At this point, I just don't even know what I don't know. I just want to get them over with,
Feels like it's what someone else wants instead of what you want, correct?
Yeah. I don't care about any of this.
I feel you. I feel your struggle and the struggle in your spirit, and I acknowledge it. And he puts a hand on your shoulder. Maybe
Thanks,
together we can make it through this and then choose our own path.
All right, that sounds like a plan. I appreciate that. All right. Well, I'll do my best to make sure that your legend continues, that you don't die today.
Well, you know how legends go. If I die today, the legend will keep going anyway.
That's true.
Actually, most of my clan thought I died 10 years ago.
And that's probably nice, because then you weren't bothered by all the annoying people from your clan.
Yeah. My mistake was going back into the village and telling them that she passed away, to be quite honest.
I see, and you just got sucked back in.
Yeah.
All right, well, hey, not dead yet, huh?
Not dead yet.
Zafamar. How do you want to take bets on how long old man lasts? The old man lasts?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like this can't be too difficult, can it? You remember Lorai from our village, right? Old
Yes,
lady,
I do.
get off my lawn! She passed this. We can do it.
Didn't she pass
probably
this? Didn't she pass this at our age?
Sure. I don't know. We'll see. What can the trials be? Everybody seems to pass this, at least by the third time.
Oh, it's a trial into adulthood, so I wonder why the old man is with us. Is he not considered an adult?
I have heard that there are stories of someone from another tribe who did not try and has not been through these trials, and I think that might be him.
He has ignored his duties to his clan.
Maybe he had something else going on. I don't know.
This whole concept is completely foreign to this person who has doubled down on how it must be a barbarian. So, and you can see that going across her face. Why would you do this? This does not compute. And she just kind of says, well, I pity him. I don't know how long he will last. And what about this other
40
person?
years and counting.
You look back and go, that's very rude, okay?
Hello, what's wrong with you?
Okay. Have you not heard? Have you not heard the legends? If anyone comes out of this trial alive, it's guaranteed to be the old man. This one is going to be the oldest man yet in all of Davokar. He'll outlive us all.
Have a point.
There is physical manhood, and then there's societal manhood. They're two different concepts. As for my duty to my clan, I served another purpose, and I do not feel that one can ask a flower to be a stone or the other way around. They should be allowed to be what they are.
You guys can make a vigilant roll, no modifier, to hear what the other Wrath guards are saying.
Vigilant.
Well,
I rolled a 20.
In 5e, I had a good roll. Not in this one.
Yeah.
17.
So if you want to roll under your score, is that correct?
Yeah. You want to meet it or go below? Yeah.
Equal or under, yeah.
I got a 3.
Fuck me, I got a 15. I
Okay.
picked the wrong die, y'all.
Yeah. All right. So only one of you are able to hear that the Wrath guards currently are betting that the half Ambrian will die, and then the old man will die tragically with a busted head.
I already dodged that one, Mitch.
Yeah.
Does it mean he's not going to come for you again?
Was there more?
No, that's it.
That's it. I come back to the group and I look very, very judgmentally over at Nadia. So, is it true?
Is what true?
This whole trial, our whole party is cursed because we got one of you with us?
She takes you head on, like she kind of comes towards you, and she looks back at Zaphomar like, you're getting the bar stool right. And says, why would you say that? What about me makes us cursed?
You're a half.
Not by choice.
And it's not by my choice that I'm here, but I trained and have prepared for this moment for the longest time. So yet again, it seems like I don't have a choice on how well I'm going to perform in this, because now I have an additional problem because someone's cursed is now going to be another complication in this test. So you do have a choice. Maybe you want to forfeit now.
She gets real. She gets like up in your face and says, you think that I have not trained for this? That I have not worked toward this very moment? Just as you have? And she like pokes you like in the, like, I guess you're not wearing armor, so like in the collarbone. And says, I have worked just as hard as you to get to this place. And just who I am is not a curse upon this group. It is just a fallacy created by these stupid, judgmental barbarians.
Lothar will kind of take a turn around seeing this and kind of give a comforting hand on Nadia's head and says, yeah, it's not her fault. Her mother or dad or what have you made the wrong decision, right? And sure, her life is cursed, and for every day her waking up, she'll have to look at herself and say, dear God, there is half of me that just looks ugly. It is hideous. But that is her burden to bear. You don't need to add anything more. She will die quickly during these trials. No Ambrian has ever been able to pass it. I promise you, there are skeletons in the Davokar forest of Ambrians. I don't see how this will be any different. So please keep the peace. Let nature run its course. I promise you, by the fourth night, a wolf will be eating her alive. All right, so no more fighting. All right, we're almost here anyway.
Nadia's so Nadia just has her arms folded over her chest. This is the daily for this poor kid. So, and she just glares at Mareva like, I am going to kick your ass. Like, don't fucking sleep with one eye open.
Mareva is just so self-satisfied and grinning.
It's like,
well, now I think I'm looking forward to these trials finally.
She will be fine.
Yeah.
You hear a voice from behind everyone talking.
Tartazofamar. Oh, is that right?
That's right. I am sure, like you, she's incredibly competent.
Kren will say to Nadia, there are certain herbs that are good for soothing coughs, and there are certain herbs that are good for closing wounds, but oftentimes when you combine them, they become the stronger for it. And he just keeps walking.
okay.
Yeah, Lothar says you should be retired by now. I don't know why you're here.
I just elbow Nadia and I say, "That's what I've been saying." That's what, like when I'm making tea.
Yeah.
Voices.
The three
Nadia loosens
stop.
up when Zafamar like elbows her, and it's just like, you know.
The three stop in a large clearing. You can see this clearing is like miles wide. No trees over this like patch of vegetation, which kind of glows in the moonlight. Right before the clearing, there is a large rock that looks like it's been split in the middle, and there are markings on either side, one of which reads temple and the other reads caution. But you guys only see the vegetation in this clearing, nothing else. The Wrath Guards kind of stay at the edge of the clearing, and they each hand you this palm-sized mosaic tile. Verema, a smaller one, kind of clears her throat. And all right, so from here on out, there will be no speaking until you have entered the temple. For any lapse in judgment that we see, Lothar has been instructed to beat the crap out of you. This is a very sacred thing, so make sure no vocal emanations from your mouth. Any questions?
Until when?
She like shakes her head and looks over at Lothar. It's clever on my part, stupid on yours, but we'll move on. I feel like the worst is yet to come. Good luck. Yep. And she just like opens up like a bag of trail nuts, and they all head over to like this tree as they sit on some stones to watch you guys eating these nuts.
Nadia like clutches the mosaic tile that they've been handed and starts and like she like high key but low key grabs Zafamar like, come on, we're doing this. Forget the other two. So and like keeps go and like starts walking.
All right. For those who want, you guys can give me a perception again.
Yeah.
They'll be vigilant.
Yes. Be vigilant.
Oh, I succeeded.
Oh,
I succeeded too.
Ooh.
I need to find which of you didn't like me last night?
You did not like me. Okay. And then vigilant is just our purse. Do we have that on our sheet?
Yeah, you have vigilance up there. I think it's on the top right of the critter.
Top.
One of your attributes.
Okay. Okay, that's an 11. I don't know what that means for me though.
So whenever you're trying to make a test, you're trying to match or get below. and then I'll give modifiers. So your DCs are always known by you for the most part. So you're going to compare that number to your vigilance. Let me look up which thing.
Discreet. Yeah.
Your vigilance is 11.
11. Okay, so I met it.
Yeah, so those who are successful, you see that there is a smaller inscription underneath the kind of splitting of the rock that says Leap of Faith.
I tap it and show it to everyone else.
Mareva nods knowingly. Mareva did not successfully.
Yes, this thing.
So the tiles, there's a crack in the tiles that we're holding that says something about Leap of Faith.
No, it's a crack in the stone, the same one that said Temple and Caution.
Temple and Caution, it says Leap of Faith. Okay.
Yeah, the mosaic tiles themselves are just kind of these glittering stones that have been smoothed over and made into these kind of like square and triangles and broken pieces.
So just more of a pattern than any kind of representation of anything. Okay.
I think Nadia looks out and to try to spot the Leap of Faith, like see if she can look ahead and see if there's any, like what that means.
You give me a vigilance, we'll give you +2.
Okay.
That's a 15 plus 2 is a 17.
So it's +2 on your vigilance. So your vigilance is 11. The +2 modifier would make it a 13.
13. Okay.
So yeah,
so it's still higher. I wouldn't know.
Yeah. It's looking over? Who's to say what leap you need to make in order? Because everything is just vegetation in this clearing.
So we just see this clearing of vegetation, grass, bushes, whatever. And then beyond that clearing, do we see the entrance to the temple, or is the temple not visible to us?
It's not visible at all. All you see before you is this circular, large, like area of vegetation where the sun is clear to look down on it, as the trees have been like they're just far away from this area.
Kren will just walk out into the middle of the clearing, just take a closer look.
What could go wrong?
Good.
Yeah, it's my leap of faith. It was nice playing with you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys see the old man take a few steps forward and then disappear into the vegetation. He just drops into it. So what's everyone else doing?
I think Mareva looks at the other two. Mareva proceeds to the edge of the clearing, and she's going to say 5 paces ahead of her, toss the mosaic tile down, just to see what happens.
Yeah, so the mosaic hits some of the vegetation and slips over some of the vines and stuff, and then disappears in the growth.
Can we?
I think Nadia is gonna look at Mareva and feel like this was give her this withering look, and just as if if I'm gonna die, I might as well die, letting you know that you hate me. And then looks at Zafamar and takes a step forward into the brush, following Crenshaw.
All right, you vanish, sinking into it. You just go.
How close is the location of where they disappeared to the split stone? I'm assuming it's like, when we're saying a split stone, it's like a boulder.
Yeah.
Or is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of just like a meter or two away from it.
Okay. I'm going to climb on top of the boulder so I can kind of look down and see if there's something more visible.
Yeah, you can give me a vigilance with a +2.
Ooh, I got a 4 under 13, so there we go.
Yeah, you can, with the moonlight kind of peering through the shrubbery and stuff, you realize that the whole clearing is just kind of this network of vines and bushes and stuff that it doesn't really, that's not the floor, that there is something underneath it and certainly space. So doesn't look like any sort of weight can really hold anyone on this clearing.
Got it.
Definitely not 160 pounds.
I'm gonna look at Mareva like this is the thing, and then I look at the adults and I kind of give them this look like we'll all see you alive on the other side, like, and then I'm gonna jump.
There you go.
I'm the last one. I kind of look a little bit like I'm behind, and
That's right, you are.
Okay, jumping in.
Yes.
All right. So as you guys all hop, jump, fall into and through the clearing, it's a rough way down with your face getting smacked by different vines. Nothing to like actually do any sort of long-lasting damage, but you might have a bruise or two. But you land on a cushion of moss below it, and you find yourself in this dark chamber with the moonlight kind of moving through the vines above you. You're a few meters from that ceiling, and before you see this temple consisting of 13 pillars of circular stone, markings demoting or describing and showcasing the artwork of each clan is on each of the pillars, and they're surrounding it. There are these old roots from trees that come from the surface. There are 1,000 of these colored stone tiles everywhere on the ground, with still much more pieces to be filled to kind of complete it. The murals radiate this sort of humming light, reflection from the moon, or maybe just the symbolism of itself. After a few minutes, you guys hear the soft landing sound of the Wrath Guards as they enter this area too. They enter solemnly, no longer eating the trail nuts. And as one of them, Varema, touches one of these murals, and looks at you and says, "You add what you've been given, just as everyone has done in the past, and you see how we've all come together to make and weave this tapestry. But do so at your leisure and place them where you want." And so as if you want to place these items down, you get to kind of decide what your mosaic looks like, whether it's a part of a greater whole or is its own design. So yeah, go ahead.
Well, Mareva tossed her tile, so she's gonna go pick that back up.
I think that Nadia is looking for where Zafamar is going to put his tile.
Zafamar is kind of like points to Nadia at like number 1 and like points to himself and then number 2. Like, you get to pick. But he doesn't say it. He's not talking.
Yeah. Nadia like looks down at this mural and these colors that are part of this world that she's got 1 foot in and 1 foot out of, and just like a moment of thought kind of crosses her mind of like how desperately she wanted to be a part of this world because this is where she grew up, and how Ambrian culture is, while familiar because her clan is very friendly towards Ambrians, is still foreign because it's not the culture that she was steeped in necessarily. And so she takes her time and kind of paces the tiles a little bit upon Zafamar's request. And then finally, she kind of finds this little colorful patch of tiles that seem to be every color in the rainbow. and that's where she puts her tile. And she motions to Zafamar to put it to put it there as well.
Zafamar puts his tile right next to Nadia's, side by side.
I think Mareva scans the different areas of these tiles that are half assembled and all these little pieces of mosaic, and is looking for some tiles that are like a dark green or a barky brown kind of like color palette, something that's a little more reminiscent of her Baega clan's sort of motif as the hunters. As she kind of scopes out to sort of get a sense of like maybe this is where her people had come through and put their bits and added their pieces to this stone tapestry. And I think there's a level of reverence, but a kind of a restlessness still during this process. I think that something that's been kind of creeping in the back of her mind for a little while is now sort of the the weird sensation that this is all kind of maybe a pointless ritual, which has been kind of a thought that's been sort of rising in the back of her head for a while. It's, you know, she starts to bake in her head, and she finds a place that looks similar to maybe where her people would have placed a tile, and she places it in and tries to stay focused and not get too discouraged by her thoughts of hopelessness.
Kren surveys the whole tapestry and watches as the rest place theirs down, and he walks over to one edge and he places his tile down slightly outside and apart from all the rest of them, just by itself.
So Taryn, the twinkling eye Rathguard, unrolls several blankets, and before you are handmade protective gloves, shoes, and clothing, each one made by someone who cares about you. So why don't you guys describe who would have made it and what the clothing looks like as you guys can put them on. Each of them they're considered light armor, so it gives you 1d4 protection.
Kren's adopted mother, the medicine woman, would have known she was on her way out and that no one else in the village would give a rat's ass about what happened to him afterwards. So she made him this robe, and it's like bright reds and blues, almost like I forget the name, but there's a native tribe like in Finland or Norway that live way out on the glaciers and stuff, and they have the tall hats and the bright red and blue outfits. So kind of in that vein. And he puts it on and feels a little surge of warmth.
Zafamar gets handed kind of, let's call it a witch tunic, in kind of a interlocking diamond pattern, but two colors that are very similar to each other, so it's subtle. And clearly this was made by Edra, who is not quite his mentor yet, but she will be if he gets out of this, because he has a knack for witchcraft and is picking stuff up and is like, okay, you need to be taught. So, and they could and she could only do so much before he passed this trial. So, so this looks like something that she would have made.
I think Mareva kind of unwraps the satchel that is like for her, and there is also kind of a bit of a tunic, but it's like well like wrung and weathered and very flexible animal skin kind of tunic, sleeveless, that's made from the skin of Bayer gorns. Am I saying that right? By Aragorns? Yeah. And so these are kind of like the native animals that our clan kind of hunts with. It also comes with a pair of like kind of gloves that are good for shooting and for shooting a bow. And I recognize right away that it's my sister Ephranea's. It's her tunic from when she was my age. So it's like a hand me down because I'm like kid like
all my sister's clothes.
13, and I'm like, it's nice, but it's also like it smells like her, which is like both like nostalgic, but also like like nothing I own is my own. It's everything like everything is like, oh hey, better than nothing. So I like slip it in and kind of like slip it on, get kind of adjusted, and the gloves are nice on all my bow shooting calluses.
And I think Nadia kind of approaches her parcel hesitantly. She's a little afraid, like these randos got her, like, you know, what have these randos gotten her? Is this going to be like a prank? You know, is there going to be nothing in the satchel? And she like slowly opens it up and finds a tunic that has been painstakingly put together by her mother and her grandmother. That's in a very kind of, it's like a deep red color, like you could tell like they took their time dyeing the material to get this particular shade of red that complemented like Nadia's like looks. But the interesting thing about it also is that it's a combination of materials that barbarians would use and that Ambrians might use. But the thing that really catches her eye and makes her kind of frown a little bit is the a chevron pattern similar to what's on Zaphomar's witch tunic. And she kind of like looks at him like, did you embroider this, you piece of shit? Like, on there. Like, she did not. She's like, she kind of like is accusatory, like, did you do this? Like, is this a subtle message? What the hell are you trying to tell me? And I don't know if he did. You can tell me if he did or not. I'm just saying, she's like, she assumes it's him. And that's what she finds in her bag. And the gloves that come with it are very nice, like doe skin, like leather gloves that fit her hands really, really nicely as well. So, yeah.
All right. As you guys put on these clothes, Lothar looks over and says, not bad. They kind of look like adults, especially that old one over there. Yeah. All right, let's head out. To be honest, we have a week to travel, so we're gonna get real close in the next couple of days. Yeah. All right, come on. And they start climbing up. You guys can see that there's like sharp points on the vines that hug the walls of this place, but with your armor, it'll protect you from them. So yeah, it takes close to a week venturing through the outskirts of Davokar. You guys kind of head out of Davokar a little bit and follow the forest, between the forest and the plains, led by these wrath guards, until you reach this stone gate in this town before you. It is certainly a barbarian town, but the individual in front of this gate is certainly an Ambrian. He has this minstrel dressed clothing about him, very flashy, very gaudy, though looks well worn. The three just kind of sigh as they move past him. He outstretches his hand to shake one of theirs, and only Verema shakes his before moving past him into the town, with the individual Ambrian moving forward and taking a deep bow before popping up his twinkling blue eyes before you and says, "Hello, I am Blackhawk. I am an Ambrian. I have volunteered to guide you for the second trial. It's sort of this thing where I'm learning a little bit about your culture, and you guys are learning a little bit about mine. So yeah, any questions? You guys can talk. Obviously, I know it's been some time, but
Are we allowed to talk again? Like, did they tell us we're allowed to talk?
Yeah.
they
I'm
did not.
eyeballing you. I'm eyeballing him suspiciously.
but they are gone, kind of forgetting you guys and moving past.
It's just been a week-long silent meditation retreat as we watch.
Oh my god.
Corporate team building exercise.
Oh no.
I look at this guide and I go, I think we got it. I think we'll take it from here. You don't have to worry about it. We don't need a guide.
Part of it is I'm supposed to tell you about your second trial, so I'm kind of overseeing it.
You?
Yep, Blackhawk.
I give a meaningful look to Nadia, and I go, "Is it because you're here?"
Nadia like folds her arms over her chest, like just as hostile towards you, and says, "I do not know. I did not design this stupid trial."
I wouldn't call it stupid. So honestly, I got into this because I'm a great storyteller, and High Chieftain Tharaban was impressed, and even said, like, you know, my stories kind of are on par with some of the storytellers of the barbarians. So yeah, you know, even though some might see me as a bad omen, I promise you this is kind of the beginning of goodwill between Ambrians and barbarians. We all are stuck in this place. We all live here now, so it's just good for us to kind of get used to seeing each other. That makes sense.
I do not see you as a herald of bad tidings. I am the unfortunate misfortune, not you.
I don't think you're unfortunate. You just have a unique perspective.
She looks again at Zafamar like, did you plan this?
Zafar gives you the exact same shrug he gave you a week ago at the bottom of that pit. Like, oh, like, it was me.
So, yeah.
So what's next then?
So, you know, we are all strongest when, you know, we are together, friendships and connections with other clans and such like that. So for this little exercise, for the kind of symbolism of that representation of trust and such, there have been little beads created by some of the villagers here. And they've always been around in this little town. It's quite a pleasant thing. They're almost like these little marbles with like colored glass and such. And oftentimes they're used as kind of like a pseudo currency, but in this way, they're going to represent that sacred bond. That, you know, we're going to do some analogies here. So these trust beads usually only be given when you trust someone enough and are able to gain their trust and such. Or there's other ways to get them. I'm not going to fill in the blanks here. But your whole task this time is to go into the village and to gain the trust of these people and provide me or show me that you guys have these beats. And then I will go get your Wrath Guards and let them know that this task has been done and you guys can move forward. They said that they will be drinking at the tavern and generally relaxing during this time. So, yeah, if you guys need anything, feel free to ask me. I'll probably go to that same tavern, to be honest, and maybe order something tasty. I'm just even talking right now, I'm quite parched. You see,
sure. Our elders seem really invested in our well-being.
I would. The way that, I mean, certainly, like Ambrians, we take care of our own in a more like gentle way. We have like these very dense towns and such, and so we approach family in a different way. But from what I've seen, your people are, it's very, like a mama bird who pushes their little bird out into the wilds and hopes that it survives.
Fly, bitch.
Yeah, fly, bitch, as you say. I'm not here to critique. I'm just here to enjoy being around and forming stronger bonds with your people.
Well, we're told to fly because that's how we survive and we learn how to survive. And see, we've done that, and now you've come to our woods, and it seems like you depend on our generosity and welcomeness. So I guess we've got something figured out,
I would contest that each of our peoples bring something unique to the area, and that is the best way to view it. I think.
Zafomar, watch Mareva's gonna fail the first test. She can't even be diplomatic.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, just looking at the culture and the land transfers, it looks like Ambria is taking more and more of your land day by day. The Queen is quite inspiring in that way, and we've come.
Don't remind us.
Yeah, so I would not say we lean on the barbarians. If anything, I think this cultural exchange is necessary so that we can appreciate your culture, and so it's not overcome and eventually vanished from the forest entirely. But
well, I don't see anything being traded in exchange. What is this marble? Is this an Ambrian thing? Because in my village, when you trust somebody, you get them, like a steak or a fancy knife as a sign of gratitude. What is this? What am I supposed to do with this marble?
So no, you shouldn't have a marble. The townspeople here have the marbles, and you're supposed to gain their trust, and they're supposed to give it to you.
Are you cheating, Mareva?
No, I was
Child early.
Example, like if I had a marble, I would be holding it like this.
It makes sense. It makes sense. It was just such a good way that you held it. It almost looked like there was something.
Very believable. Yes. Well, you say you're a storyteller. I'm a storyteller too. I'm very
yeah. See, we're bonding already. I'm glad you and I, more than anyone else here, see each other eye to eye, and I will make sure to note that in my stories. What was your name again?
Yes.
Mareva.
I will say Mareva is a friend to Ambrians.
I would rather you didn't.
It's
He's
already
not acting very
down.
friendly towards you. I wouldn't. It would be a lie.
So, okay, go on. I gotta make sure I hit the area before. They have this certain time period where alcohol and food is cheaper. And they're kind of workshopping the name of these few hours where it is. But I would like to take advantage of it before it ends, and then I'd have to pay the full price. So
sure, go enjoy ale time.
I don't know.
Sounds like a happy time.
This town. It is so dense with people. Where are the trees? Where's the grass?
It's hard to tell, Zafamar. I mean, I don't know. It seems like maybe the Ambrians came in here and just changed things to their liking. It doesn't look like.
It's always easy to assume that the other party is the villain, isn't it? Especially for you, Mareva. Nadia starts walking into the town.
Oh, I thought Blackhawk was still with us. I was like, he's
that was terrible.
No, he's like slowly walking away.
He's like backing up, like bye.
He's like, nope, you're good. Bye.
Happy hour.
Peace out.
Ale time.
Kren's gonna look at Mareva and Nadia and start walking towards the town and just say under his breath they'll be kissing before this is over.
Friends to lovers trap. Let's go.
I'm crossed. I'm just stomping into town.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I hope so.
Yeah. If you guys want, you can make a cunning. And those who are from one of you guys is from Yadessa, right?
Yes, I am.
Crenshaw.
You don't have to make a roll. You know your
Okay.
home.
Everybody knows you. You're lucky. All right.
Yeah.
I rolled under. I made cunning.
Which one? What was the stat we were using?
Cunning.
Cunning. Got it.
I became a legend just by not dying.
Hey, I rolled a
Just said
6.
something.
Excellent.
I
All
got it.
right. Yeah.
Nadia
If
rolled a
you're
6.
if you're successful or you're old, you
Yes.
know that this is the stone fortress of Yadessa.
Okay. I beefed it. I don't know any of that stuff.
Yeah. I don't know what this place is.
I hate this place.
Yeah, despite appearances, cunning is one of Zephymar's high stats.
Heck yeah.
And this was
Yeah,
the place
and
our
so,
high
like-
chief kind of took over, right?
Yeah, so of the last 10 high chieftains, 6 have been fostered by the clan Yadisa, including the current one. And the reason people think this is because they've long ago abandoned like a nomadic lifestyle in favor of a few permanent settlements. Since the annihilation of Clan Jazora, Chieftain Leonard Stone Fortress is clearly the most impressive construction of the barbarian people.
Yes, our people have moved away from the more traditional lifestyle, and I guess are a little more Ambrian in their outlook these days. I come from the outskirts where we still live off the wilds.
It's just not always so bad to adopt something new if it is necessary for survival.
Yes, it does have its benefits. I'm uncomfortable around so many people, though.
I think Mareva is genuinely impressed by all of these stone structures. I've never been around so many buildings. She looks at Kren. How do they do this? Where do they find stones that are shaped just like doorways and stuff?
They cut them. They find a larger rock and break it down into smaller pieces and fit them together, much like those mosaics we placed back at the temple. It's a
That's
strange kind
unbelievable.
of magic.
It's incredible. This must have taken many years to do.
Yeah, it's a few generations for all of it.
Oh.
Do you know where we might be able to start, since this is where you are from? Or
That
close
is a good
to it?
question, Mitch.
Yeah, I mean, you have a friend named Hyan who is just as old as you, who always seems to need someone's help. So you could always visit him. He's usually in the town square in the market area where there's like these animal skin tents where people kind of sell wares and stuff. And especially like a lot of the marketplace is geared towards Ambrians who come and visit and spend lots of money.
Buy our junk for overinflated prices.
Mm-hmm. You're like, look at this bead. This bead's dope.
Yeah, I found it on the road this morning and sold it to him for like 10 gold. What was his name again?
Hyan?
Hyan. I do have an acquaintance, Hyan, in town, who could probably point us the way. We could most likely find him at the market in the center.
Good collaboration. I like it. Let us go there.
Yeah, you guys can find Hyan in the marketplace. He's currently looking over 12 different apples, each of various colors, and trying to convince the seller that he needs to be able to taste each of them in order to really ascertain, like, which one would be good for a big bushel. He's going to buy a big bushel. He just needs to figure out which one, though, so he'll need to touch or taste it. He's bald on top with like this scraggly long beard with like all sorts of oats and nuts just interwoven in the hair. He's wearing this long robe, and he is barefoot. His toenails kind of curving over. and cracked. But yeah, you find Hyan.
Hi, I'm you woolly old bear. As disgusting as ever, I see.
My friend. And he takes your face and kisses it, leaving these like wet, moist spots on either side of your face. You spryly young.
Resist the urge to wipe it off immediately, but he keeps his composure.
He's like, you spryly young man, who are these old fogies you have with you, huh?
This is Minerva, this is Zafamar, and this is Nadia. We are on the trials.
You're gonna reach up to adulthood, grab it by its two bulbous balls, and yank it down and be like, yes, I'm an adult now. Huh?
Wow, you have a way of saying things.
Yeah, not exactly like that, but yeah, that's the general idea.
It's very intense.
He'll reach out a hand to shake each of yours.
Mareva shakes his hand, grasping it as hard as possible.
Oh.
Mareva of Clan Baega.
Are you seeing anyone? I think our children could be quite potent warriors.
All I'm seeing is someone who's a little bit obsessed with eating fruits that doesn't belong to them.
Okay, well, that's just calories.
Once again.
I'm trying not to say property is theft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Nadia looks at knowingly at Zafamar again, refer to her statement of how Mareva's going to fail this trial.
He'll like stretch out a hand to the rest of you.
I'll shake and I'll say, hi, Zafamar, the Zera clan.
And then
I'll tell you something, Zafamar. There'll be a point in time when you'll try not to care and you'll lose everything. All right, and you are?
Nadia like reaches out and like politely shakes his hand and says, I am Nadia of Clan Zarek as well.
Cool. All right. What do you need, Crenshaw? You here to pay me my money, or you want to go in another investment? So what are we doing here? There's a couple of expeditions going down to Davokar. The Ambrians need these little tokens that will protect them from all sorts of evil. That's my toenails, man.
I don't even get involved in any of that nonsense.
All right. Well, what you hear? I mean, you're becoming a man. Am I supposed to help you become a man?
Well, in a roundabout way, yes. We need to collect glass beads as part of the trial.
Trust beads.
All right.
Yes, we earn someone's trust and then we get the bead.
All right. Who wants to earn my trust?
Not Mareva.
I think saving you from that septic wound a few dozen years ago counts as trust, wouldn't you?
You can make a persuasive check.
Probably not great at that. I'm not bad, though. I failed it that badly, though.
Yeah, he's like, bullshit. I'm certain I did something for you. There was that one time I said, hey, watch out. And you dodged, and that thing would have totally killed you. So you're welcome. We're even.
That thing was the chief of my village, and I do appreciate that.
Well, seeing as you're clearly a man who loves the sweeter things in life, perhaps I could steal you something you like. Maybe something you need could come in your possession.
We're talking about crime. Fuck.
No, just trust.
I trust you to get the thing that I want. Holy heck. Wow. Crenshaw, the people that you bring me, at times I'm appalled and impressed.
I have that effect on people.
Okay, yeah.
You have an effect on people, all right.
There is a very attractive man in the town. I would like. He has this bunch of herbs that he rubs on his chest, and it smells amazing. No, it seems no matter who you are, the moment you come within like a meter of him, you're like, I want to be with him forever. I would like you to steal a few of these herbs, so that would help me the next time I go out and I'm cruising the town, so to speak, maybe with Crenshaw. So yeah, I could show you the tent if that is helpful, but if you could just grab like a bushel of these herbs, it would help me tremendously, and I would trust you forever.
Okay, I mean, I guess follow our nose seems pretty simple enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. You can do
All
that.
right. Yep. All right. Yeah. Bring it to me, and this bead's yours. And he like pops out one of his teeth. You see that it's kind of like glassy and stuff. And he like palms it.
I love surprise.
That's just one of the places I kept it.
All right.
He says to not. Cred says not. We're definitely washing that.
Nadia agrees.
We're barbarians, not filthy.
Well, I would say we're barbarians, not thieves, but Mareva casually give away crimes, so here we are.
Well, you want to pass the rights or not? This is all.
Well,
It's all
I may
made
be
up
able to
anyways.
identify the herbs, and we might not have to steal them at all.
We just have to look at them then.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully.
Well, we need to find this person that he spoke of.
Whereabouts would he be? I am.
Oh, you guys are still here. Yeah. Follow me. And start walking down.
We don't know where the guy is. What?
And he'll point like there's like this block of homes of wood and stone, and one of them has like all these flowers before them, and there are currently 3 individuals outside singing this beautiful chorus, this love song of old ancient mythology, each one with a bushel of flowers in their hands. But the door and windows are all closed. But Ken says, look, he's already attracted some people this morning. It's ridiculous.
So he's inside the house?
Probably, yeah. He likes to have a few dozen eggs.
You seem to know a lot about his habits, I am.
Yeah, I wish I could be him. If I could swallow that many eggs, maybe I could, but I can't after the first.
You said you just need to look at them, or are we going to steal them from him?
I need those herbs. If I can rub it on my body every morning, I can attract myself potential mate, and then my family line continues on. Maybe I can give my chores to my kids. Yeah. I'd marry Crenshaw, but Crenshaw's too old.
You're 2 years
And
older
also
than
not
me,
an
I am.
adult.
And also not an adult. By our
illegal and
customs.
immoral.
He is
Well-
both too old and not an adult.
And too young.
Yeah.
Perhaps we can gain his trust or something, and he can give us the bundle of herbs.
Zafamar,
Mhm.
is there anything in your mystic training that could attune you to whatever this herb is?
I mean, I am an alchemist, so I'm sure I could probably identify it. And also, it sounds like we'll know it when we smell it.
Yeah.
But entrance to this person's home that is the trouble.
Well, hear me out. As a tracker, we would sometimes look for animals that had very distinctive, what's the word? Shit. Very distinctive smelling shit. And some animals have such pungent droppings that they could really, they could make your eyes water. They could kind of make you faint for a few seconds. If this, whatever he's using on his body is so strong that it corrupts the mind, perhaps we should put something over our noses so that we don't fall under the sway of his lubed up body, as it were. And with that, she like
oil involved.
rips off pieces of fur from her, like the bits of fur that are on her tunic, and just starts shoving them up her nose. It's like big.
Oh,
yeah.
I reach into my little medical bag and I bring up some like strong smelling herbs, something like sage or basil or something like that. And I hand little bits to Zafamar and Nadia.
Yes, Nadia takes
you don't
the
need to stuff fur.
Nadia takes the bundle and says thank you, and like goes into her pack and pulls out a scarf, like puts the herbs in the scarf and then ties it around her face, looking at Mareva and like, why are you like this?
All right, here we go.
I'm sure.
I'm ready.
I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure Zafamar has something similar, maybe kind of like almost like what they used in the middle, like the plague doctors, some sort of mask, but like not that big.
It's like a bunch of small flowers, I think.
Yeah. Something else to disrupt the smell. But yeah, Nadia might catch Zafamar packing it or something, like it's one of the herbs that he kind of zones out on. And like
What
maybe
oh my god,
maybe I need to not
the sticky icky.
Maybe a little something to take the edge off. Okay, but still,
anxiety.
One of us is going to have to get us into the house, and
so gross.
I'm not sure how we're going to do that. Except I have an idea.
Okay.
What's your idea, Zafamar?
Who's around? Who can see us? Like, perhaps we should go around to.
You could go down an alleyway if you want to be hidden.
Yeah, let's go to the alleyway. Is there like another entrance to this place? Like, I don't know if Zafamar would understand the concept of like, oh, there's a back door. Like,
yeah, there's they have like a garden, and
perfect.
like a medium sized fence, and the garden currently has this very much a witch wearing the witch's robe and stuff like that, sitting cross-legged in the center and kind of like humming to herself while like breathing in the smoke from a burned pile of herbs before her. She has tattoos all over her body, so much that you can kind of, it's hard to see like where her skin is, just because there's just so many colors and patches on her.
Yeah. Can I tell what she's doing?
Yeah, you can give me a cunning.
Give me a cunning roll. That was a failed cunning roll. That's not gonna help. Got a 16.
Probably something that takes her deep into a trance.
Oh, so would
I be able? Sorry.
Well, I'll say, so she might be tranced out, and I kind of did this like quietly, and I like motion for everybody to huddle. So one of us will need to get. I'm assuming they secure their thresholds. So one of us might go under, and I'm going to cast Maltransformation on Mareva.
Yay!
Turning you into a mouse.
Whoa!
Does that require a test from you?
does require a test. So maltransformation is resolute modified by resolute. So
Cool.
what is Mareva's resolute?
Wait, on me or on Nadia? Who are you casting?
Oh, on you. Oh, yeah.
Mareva.
Mareva.
on me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, I kind of like you've been. I kind of you've been complaining. I'm like, I'll give you something to complain about. Okay, so
He's not going to do it on Nadia in case it goes wrong.
Well, since this is going to be sneaking around, my discreet is pretty good, but I need to be able to roll under the resolute to resist the spell.
well, I roll. And
Yeah,
so
they would roll.
I'm
So
rolling.
we just need to know your resolute to modify their resolute.
So he
roll.
can roll under it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your resolute score right now?
My resolute score is 7.
So you have
Cheers.
a plus
Wow.
3.
Cool.
To your roll,
Yeah, yeah.
Zafamar.
I need to roll 18 or under. Here we go.
Yeah.
14. There we go.
Very cool. And then I believe it's 1d4 for temporary corruption.
Yes, that is right. Oh, cool. 4. Great.
Holy
Cool. Well, my threshold's 8, so we're good.
Yeah, so you're fine. You're fine. Just,
Well,
Half fine.
yeah.
So yeah, what?
And-
you turned-
and-
yeah, Mareva.
I turn Mareva into a mouse, and I'm like, and I look at you and at Mareva and I say, "This will last you long enough for you to sneak under the door and get it open from the inside. Go for it."
I'm shocked that I'm a mouse, but I kind of acknowledge the me, excuse me.
Nadia laughs Nadia for the first time laughs at what Zafamar did. So that
Yeah,
was very
go ahead.
fitting, Zafamar.
Go ahead and make it discreet at +4, Mareva.
Yeah. Oh yeah, your stats all remain the same, I believe. So
Yeah, I don't think there's
Yeah.
and I gave a +4 because you're a mouse.
Sick. Okay, great. But I got to roll under 17, folks. Let's not blow this.
Yes.
Don't crit.
5.
Ooh,
Yeah.
perfect.
I'm in there.
Yes.
Yeah, you are easily able to get by, and you're heading into the house.
Yeah.
As the mouse scurries under the door, Krun will say to Zafamar, I mean, we probably could have tried knocking.
I was thinking that also, but they were working so hard to be creative. I felt bad just walking up to the door and knocking.
You
and
know,
asking him for his number.
Mareva didn't try to buy it or barter for it. Mareva went straight to stealing. So let's let her do it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
also fair. Mareva really didn't want to talk to anyone. She'd much rather bash her way in.
Mm-hmm.
Mareva, you get impeccable sight before you. The moment you step in, butt towards you, facing a bowl of eggs, which are being beaten and whisked with his finger. Two handfuls of pale meat with a freckle on the right side.
What is
Pale
happening?
body all the way through this 6 foot tall muscular man with long flowing gold locks. He has
Maybe it's
these
not the
little
herbs.
ribbons wrapped around.
Maybe it's the body yaddy yaddy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And you're just like, what a sight and what a perspective.
Damn. Thick with a dozen C's. People.
No.
He is crazy thick. He smells of eldenberries. It is a beautiful scent. And yeah, there's smelling him. There's nothing like you don't feel cloudy. You don't feel whoa. It's just that is a good scent. And you don't realize how bad your companions smell until you're in here because it's just, it smells like floral beauty and cleanliness. You even see there's a tub with some water, so he must have just gotten out. And there's these little petals that you can kind of see bubbling against the water from your perspective. So they kind of slip out from the water onto the ground every now and then. There's a stool next to it with this bowl where kind of that smell was wafting from. as he continues to beat the eggs. And as he does, like his cheeks just kind of go.
I want to point out it looks like this gentleman went from taking a bath to doing whatever he's doing with the eggs. This is
to making it.
This is
super comfortable with himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like the afternoon because you know it's happy hours.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. It's
extra happy hour right now.
Mm.
All right. Well, as stunning as this man's twerking butt cheeks are, I'm gonna keep my eyes on the prize and scamper over to that bowl of fine smelling things.
Yeah, you can kind of just like scurry your way onto the stool, and the bowl's like right before you. And this is like this very beautiful pink fuchsia colored flowers. And it looks like you can kind of smell a little bit of it here. Really, the smell seems to be coming from the water. You can make a cunning if you want.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do a cunning. Nice. 5.
You can tell that like while the smell is still present, it really starts resonating when heat is added. So like that hot water just kind of unlocks the smell and just kind of fills the room.
Oh, very good. Okay. So it's the herbage plus something plus hot water.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. The old soap and water.
Yeah.
Have you tried bathing?
Oddly enough, you trim your toenails and wash yourself, you're suddenly more attractive.
Yeah. And you'll eat eggs every morning.
This is how we make Axe body spray.
Oh God.
This is bath water.
Sell it.
wow.
So can I in my little mouse body pick up this bowl?
The bowl would be very difficult to move, but you feel like you can stuff your face with a good amount of the herbs. And it actually might work because like your mouth's going to be smelling fresh as heck.
Yeah, and then it's going to make my like cheeks kind of pop
a
out.
hamster.
Yeah, because you're a chipmunk.
She went with a chipmunk.
Yeah.
Hamster or
Chipmunk face is like a bag of holding.
I mean, if you went with a kangaroo, you could have
100%.
Well, the kangaroo wouldn't get under the door.
Not with that attitude.
Would go through it.
It just punches the door in, punches the guy, gets her.
You just gotta
Kick
believe
it
it.
down. We're like,
Yeah.
What the heck was that?
swipes the ball and leaves.
Yeah.
Doink.
Yeah. You can't even report that to like the authorities. They'll just be like, I don't stop smoking, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I stuff my face with these fine smelling herbs, shove as much as I can in my cheeks, make them puff, and I'm gonna try to scurry back past the clapping ass cheeks and all.
You can make another discreet this time. No modifier as you exit.
Okay.
Past this witch outside.
Woo, baby, that's a 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like the wind.
Nice.
Like the
Yeah.
wind.
Yeah, you guys see this little rat with 2 puffy cheeks approaching you.
All right. I'll take out a bag for you to de-cheek.
Okay.
And then once you're done, I'll drop concentration. And
and you turn back
you're
into
Maria again.
Listen, the ass on that guy.
Uh-oh.
Really missed out.
So you're a voyeur and a thief. Good to know.
I don't get out of Baega very, very often, This is
And Nadia just folds her arms over her chest, like looking down at, if she could look down at you. I don't know if you're probably taller than her. She's only 5'6", and so it kind of with as if she's looking down on you and says, "I can tell."
Well, I think we've got a trust marble coming our way, thanks to me. So,
Thanks to us.
I've got some wisdom. Yes, thanks.
Zafamar was responsible for the bulk of that.
What would you have done? Bashed in the door, bashed in his face, and taken the bowl, and left?
Nah, his face is too pretty. I will look at the flowers and see if there's something that I can identify.
Yeah, you make it come.
My medicus.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I'll give it a try too. Alchemy. Oh, I got 2.
No, I missed it by 2, but they're similar to a flower I've seen, but not exactly the same.
Oh, I rolled under cunning.
Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah. So you can identify the flowers as like this. They don't really have a name other than like weeds, though they grow pretty like deep into Davokar. So like whoever's grabbing this, it must come from like an Ambrian expedition. But generally doesn't have like any, or at least you've never seen it used like this before.
Just doesn't grow around here. That's interesting. I'll mention this to the group and I'll say this person must be able to afford something. And I'm going to look over the fence to make sure that the other witch has not broken her trance.
No, she's continuing to just be like,
cool.
She's 3 bongs deep and enjoying her day.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I guess we get out of here.
Yeah, take them back
should
to
probably
Mayim.
leave if we don't want to get caught.
Excellent idea, Nadia.
I mean, my discreet is 5, so I mean, it's like, let's get me out of here.
just waddle away.
Yeah.
Pick them up and carry them off.
Yeah. You guys find Hyan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're his herbs. He wants them for himself. To try to find a life mate or whatever.
Yeah, he sees you all.
Or whatever.
He sees you all, and like from his pocket deep within his robe, he pulls out a bead for each of you.
Fantastic. Oh, that's pretty.
Would Miranda have shared the insight about the heat activation?
Oh, I mean, I think what I'm going to say is, hope these herbs serve you well. Look, 2 tips. Bathing. Tip number 1. Tip number 2, you got to make that ass pop. I think that's how this herb works.
Yeah, we'll
work
try.
the shoulders and the chest with a whisking motion too.
Yeah.
You're right. That guy eats a lot of eggs.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, right? I don't know. Well, thank you.
Perfect protein to fat ratio.
I found these beads, so they are now yours to do as you wish. Go seek your friend, and hey, welcome to adulthood. You kind of grow up and you hope that adulthood is like this magical thing where you feel like you have power, and then you realize, hey, you don't have power, but then you have all the responsibilities that your parents have been shielding you from like your whole life. So welcome to adulthood.
Thanks, you're really selling it.
It sucks. It'll just kind of waddle away.
As we walk away, I'm like, I already have power. What do you...
I do not know what this man would mean. We have accomplished the goal thanks to, grudgingly, Mareva. So,
thank you.
You are a stunning diplomat. However, did you do this? Oh my goodness! Puts like feet in pocket.
Yeah.
I guess I just squeaked by.
You guys see Blackhawk.
Oh
my god.
Brava!
Corruption for everyone.
Now.
Psychic damage. Ow.
But you guys see Blackhawk nearby, kind of looking at those same sort of apples.
Mr. Blackhawk.
Yep.
We have returned.
Oh, yeah. Oh, excellent. So that's very fast and such. You guys each have a bead.
secures one from her pocket.
Cool. All right, you guys can keep that. But I have something for you. And he takes off his backpack and rolls out these weapons. These have been given to you by some people who might know you or find you worthwhile. So take the ones that you know are associated with you. He just kind of like shoves it towards you guys. So yeah, why don't you guys say like what was the weapon you got and who would have bought it or made it for you?
It would be a pole arm for Kren, and it would actually have belonged to his adopted mother. That would have been her walking stick, and it's just got intricate carvings all over it. So he takes his shoddier one and just pushes it aside and takes hers.
Zephimar looks at the collection and says, ooh, and he reaches down and takes several arrows that look like they have like lovely arrowheads and these like wonderful green fletchings. However, if there's any other archers in the group, these arrows don't look like they can be knocked. And he just takes the arrows and no bow. And I'm just sure there's a way to bind them, maybe a quiver. And that's it.
Cool. Well, speaking of which, I see you doing that, and I'm really curious because what I find is my trusty bow, which was carved and what do you call it? What do you call it when you put the string in? Whatever.
Strung.
Strung.
String about.
By the eldest sister, Yagaba, who had accompanied us. And she was the one who made a point of taking the bow away from me about halfway getting to the trials. And so I'm excited to have it back because it's my kind of like go-to. It's the thing I'm actually really good with, which is why I don't really get that close usually. This is my diplomacy and social skills are meant to be experienced from a distance.
You mean you have them?
Always.
Oh,
Nadia is like
subtle knife.
Not start off a good foot with Nadia, Mariva. I'm just saying. But what was it? So, and I think Nadia's the last one to kind of look at this pile of weapons, and she finds a sword. A sword that is of barbarian make and a shield that is of Ambrian make. In that pile. It doesn't have any like heraldry or anything. It's just, you can tell that it's Ambrian. But it is pretty sturdy as well. It's like one of those nice shields that has like, that's made of, still a shield. It's made of wood or metal, but it's covered in leather. And the leather's been tooled and like really prettily decorated. An heirloom that was left behind by the person that she would call father had he stuck around.
Ooh.
So all right.
She just silently picks both of those things up, tests the weight, is pleased with having her weapons back. But yeah.
Yeah, Blackhawk rolls the thing back up and says, well, your three leaders, your Wrath guards, they're just south, waiting for you guys at the gate. I believe your next destination is the Bayaga clan. You'll be heading over there next. A bunch of rough and tumble individuals, so I've heard.
So I've heard too.
Well,
maybe it's just Mareva.
It could just be Mareva.
All right. Okay.
It is a good thing for Captain Assclap that we weren't armed before he met.
Oh my god, it is. Oh lord.
It's a martial battle technique, the ass clapping.
It's super effective.
Somebody's gonna cast cheeks.
And with that, we will take a short break, but we will see you guys coming up next to figure out what happens next to our band of almost adult barbarians. So we'll see you then. Welcome back to Pocket Dragon. Last we left off, our people were good. At this point in time, though, blood sprays in your face as this large, bulbous creature that once appears to have been humanoid. Part of its shoulder has now fully removed itself from its body and seems to have grown sharp daggers for teeth, whose form is over one of the Wrath Guards, currently ripping their right shoulder completely out, bone and all, screams echoing in the forest. The other Wrath Guards are yelling and slashing this creature while these winged little sprite creatures are circling you and slashing across your armor. And we have to wonder, how did things get this bad? You have all been traveling south towards the next destination to the Baega clan. When you heard a scream following it, you found something that no one wants to find in the middle of the woods, which is a blight-born human, corrupted and tainted beyond all means. And the yelling was their last bit of humanity before the corruption overtook them. The Wrath Guards are saying, run. But we're in combat. So, look at your quick to see who's going first. Mine is 15 and 7.
Dang.
So
Mine
it's
is 15.
Mine is
just your quick.
just your quick is 9. That's 9 what I have for quick.
Cool.
So.
I have 11, so not first.
I have
Minus 10.
15.
Yours is what, Ronan?
15.
Oh, okay. What's your vigilance?
Probably not nearly as much. 5.
Hmm.
I'm used to being by myself in the woods. Stirring potions.
So these creatures are moving towards you guys. The one who was the last one to be corrupted, that one has the most tasty aura about them. So, Vafamar, you need to make a quick, or whatever defense you have, quick,
Yep.
at a -3.
Oh, boo, because that's 7 or lower. Here we go.
Ugh.
Oh, I got a 6.
Yay!
Alright. You can do it.
Yeah, it's just like that moment in Pitch Black where they're like duck and like all those like winged bats things fly over Vin Diesel's character.
Yeah.
They all just kind of fly over real quick. Kind of some of your hair being destroyed in the process, falling down in tufts. But they are coming around again. So, Crenshaw, your turn.
All right. What can I reach at the moment?
You can reach the bats. They're large enough for you to kind of smack. You can also, if you want, move and hit the this Blightborn human. Or you could follow the commands of the Wrath Guards who say, run. Flee, you fool.
I'm not a big fan of theirs, so I'm not really willing to do what they tell me.
Mm.
I will, just because I have a long stick, I think I'll swat at some of the bats, and leave the tastier morsel for the ones that have more martial weapons.
Yeah. All right, you're rolling at with a -5.
-5, bastard. I'm rolling off of quick, or
Accurate is usually it, though you
Accurate.
might have things that
Gotcha.
change it.
I don't think. No, Polar Mastery only ups the damage, so that's gonna be hard. But I got it with a 2.
Yes.
Nice.
So that's 1d8 damage, and that's 8. Damn.
Ooh, nice.
Don't get
Ooh,
used to
let's
that,
see.
fellas.
No. Oh, so you hit their pain threshold. So you have the option of either attacking again or knocking them to the ground, which would give everyone else like bonuses to hit.
I'll knock him to the ground.
All right, yeah, you just swoosh. They like hit the ground. They take that 8 bits of damage. All right, and 11 was next, right?
Yeah, I've got that 11. Mareva's gonna like drop back into kind of a deep plunge, pull her bow out and draw an arrow and shoot for the one that Crenshaw just knocked to the ground. Let's see if we can get that.
All right, you get a +2. So
Six.
a total of -3 because +2 and then they're -5 defense. So
Got it. Okay. Sweet. I rolled a 4, so I hit him.
oh, sweet. All right, you get to roll an additional D4 of damage.
Oh, hell yeah. That's going to be 5 damage altogether.
Yeah, it sinks right into it, pinning it to the ground. It's inky black blood leaking onto the floor. Several other of these creatures start like coming from the forest, circling you guys.
Nice.
All right, who is next? I believe.
It's
Is
Nadia.
it new Nadia? All right.
Yeah, it's Nadia.
Oh,
It's Nadia
here's this-
with her 9. I think.
Oh, I have a 10.
Oh, never mind. It's after you, Zafmar. Wah, wah.
I am gonna pull some arrows out of my quiver, 5 of them, and I'm gonna cast Storm Arrow.
Yay.
I'm assuming the temporary corruption from the last scene is gone.
Mhm.
Okay. So I can, and unfortunately, I can fire one of these after I cast it, and then once per turn as a free action after. But it's resolute, so 11 under 15, we're good.
Perfect.
Cool. And then since they automatically hit, I'll just pick one from the air and just hit it with the D6 damage, a 5.
All right. Sweet. So you can attack again or do their knock them down.
Knock it down.
All right. Another one goes. A little
'Cause-
shiny beam of light slapping it.
I can only do 1 arrow per turn.
Mm.
All right, Nadia.
Okay. I'm struggling because I'm not sure. I'm not even sure how to begin to approach this. That's fine. We can do this. So we're fighting a bat currently. Like we've got 2 people fighting
Several
a bat.
bats.
Several bats that are surrounded by bats. We've got the human blight thing that's killing the people that are supposed to be looking for us.
Mm-hmm.
And then our options are to fight or run. And since Zafamar is fighting, I am gonna choose to fight as well. And she looks towards the blight and then towards the bats and says, and is trying to think of like what the best way out of here is going to be. Because the blight it's killing the guys that are supposed to be master fighters versus the bats. But what if we also have the option to run and we're stopping to kill bats? So that's, I guess we're all dying today or whatever.
You could always just go.
Yeah.
We could just run. Yeah, I mean, I figured the bats had us cornered and we needed to take care of them first, but
It's hard to outrun bats.
yeah.
It's true. It's a tough call. She says, she kind of looks to Zafamar and says, well, they did say that I was going to die first, and charges towards the blight.
Ooh.
Oh, snap.
Valhalla moment.
Yeah. And I think she's going to take a shot at the blight. She has a couple abilities. I'm not sure how this is going to work because she has an ability called Dominate. Is that something that I can use on my turn? Because it says it's a persuasion versus resolute, and it will not attack me this turn if it succeeds, and it's a free action.
Yeah, so whenever it goes to attack you, it would have to overcome your persuasion.
Okay.
Otherwise, they can't hit you that turn.
Okay. So is that something I can do now?
No, it's something if they attack you.
If
Yeah,
they
you would
attack me, I have to. Okay.
Oh, so it's passive then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a passive thing. Got it. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna try to stab it. Don't have a lot.
Sweet.
All right. So you get a +9
So I get a +9 to my defense. Is that
to
my
your
quick?
attack.
My attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do I see my attack?
Attack usually is accurate unless you have an ability that alters it. I think your persuasion, the novice one, only changes your defense to persuasion.
It says use persuasive instead of attack in combat.
Oh, then there you go. Use your persuasive. Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't know where I see it. Oh, there's my vigilant. I finally found that.
Yay.
Accurate, cunning, discreet, persuasive. Okay. So it's a 15, and then I have a +9 as well to that. So.
Unless you get a 20, you're good.
Yay. Okay, roll. Literally, this is the one time die that I'm going to ask you to roll a natty one. Oh, fuck me. It's a 19. That was so close. That was really like, I hate you.
Yeah.
Try me, Vixie.
Yeah, try
That was the.
I was like, at least it subtracted a 1, I guess.
That was like when your kid does what you tell them to, but they're mumbling about it the whole time.
Right. They're like,
Yeah.
fine, it goes.
The guy's like, you are not in control. Okay.
Exactly. It's like, okay, cool. You said -1, right? That's what I did. I did it. I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, so she's that's what I rolled to attack with my sword and
All right,
shield.
go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. How much does my sword do? It's like a basic sword. It's not
I think 1d6 for the sword.
Okay.
So I can double check
1d6.
me on that.
And I just rolled temporary corruption. Got a 4 again, so I'm going to use different D4.
Don't get corrupted. I don't want my friend to turn into a blight too.
I'm trying.
God.
I'm trying. I should have casted maltransformation on the thing freaking out, but
Oh, I actually
time.
think that
That's
a sword is
4.
actually a 1d8 maybe.
a what? A
1d8?
sword? Oh.
It's a single-handed weapon, 1d8, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, well, shit. I'm going to re-roll that die.
Sick.
That's an 8. 8 points of damage.
nice.
Hell yeah. All right.
So
All right, so we're just going to soak some of that. So it is not, normally it would be past its pain threshold, but because it soaks some of it, that you need to roll a defense test.
okay, defense test.
Yeah, usually it's your quick.
It's my quick. Okay, so my quick is only a 9. It's not great. So I have to roll under a 9, right? And I don't get any.
Correct, unless your ability says you use persuasive for defense too.
No, it says use persuasive instead of attack in combat per will not and then just it's persuasion versus resolution.
Okay.
Yeah, or resolute. The only other thing I have is a resolute ability. So.
Is that a 20?
It's a natural 20.
Oh man!
No.
Why? I love you for this, but that's the wrong game.
I did good, right?
Look at me, so good. Oh my god! I should have picked a die that rolled worse.
All right, you're gonna take 5 damage.
Okay.
When you slash into it, some of its blood shoots out, burning the area around you and burning your body. And then for the next 3 turns, you're going to take 3 points of additional damage unless
Okay.
you
No. Does her
do
armor mitigate some of that?
something on your turn.
Okay. My question to you is: do I take that out of my toughness or my strength, or like how do I? Where do I?
Strength
subtract
is
it?
your toughness.
Okay, so subtract it from my toughness.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 5.
Well, your armor does soak it. Good point, Ronan.
Oh.
So roll that 1d4, I think, is the
Oh, that's right. 1d4.
Plus your toughness is like minimum 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's big 1. Now it rolls low.
Yay! All right, so only 4 damage.
Hey, you love that for me. Great.
Yay! So yeah, great turn. You come up, smash it. Blood everywhere.
And, now I'm on fire and burning. It's great. I love that.
It's like acid alien blood, like just burning past your clothing.
Yep.
It's turn. Oh.
Now it does have its handful of our, like teachers. So
It's true.
Yeah, it'll go for it'll finish off the one that it has been killing.
What are we supposed to do? Well, we did it.
Yeah, so like Mariva, you see like this shoulder come flying over your direction and hits the tree next to you, exploding in like this splatter of blood as you're dripping from it. And Taro's not screaming anymore though, so that's good.
Tara? Is Tara completely just like splattered?
Just the arm splattered, I think.
Yeah, but she's dead. Like you look back and like the removal of the whole shoulder has left them dead.
Okay. Taryn's dead. Taryn's dead, everybody. How are we doing, everyone?
I'm burning.
And who's up front again?
There's one bat on the ground if you want to deal with that.
Okay. We got this.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was like, I totally forgot about. No, wait, did you? Yeah, you already. Yeah, we're going back to the top to Crenshaw, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll take a swat at the one that's on the ground and finish it off.
Godspeed.
That's a 3.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
And another 8. Jesus.
All right.
Yeah, it's like exploding out. There's only one left. I was looking around like, holy crap. Maybe not. Maybe yeah.
My bad friends.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time for a vacation. I don't know.
Should have left when I had the chance.
All right. And yeah, but this one's gonna go. Unless you have anything else you're doing, Crenshaw.
No, I'm gonna kind of hold my position. Have the heels ready.
This one is going to move forward and try to slash at both Crenshaw and Vafumar. So both of you guys, make that defense roll.
Oh, that's not good.
At a -3.
Oh, I definitely did not make it. No.
All right, so I've got to get 7 or under. This is where I get. No, that's a 19.
At least it wasn't a 20.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you could have 20.
Each of you are going to take 3 damage. Do roll your light armor though, which is 1d4.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
gonna roll the D4, the 4 getting. Oh, I got it.
Oh, I rolled a 4.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Bounces right off your chest.
Thanks for the cloak, Nana.
Aw.
How about Zafomar?
Oh, I rolled a 3 on my armor. So
Oh,
I'm good.
nice. Yeah.
Yes.
This poor bat.
It bounces off a bone that's woven into the tunic.
And I think you're next, right, Zafomar?
No, Mariva is.
Mariva, okay. Then.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Okay, so what we're dealing with is, so we still have a blight that's alive and kicking on the ground.
Well, the blight is not on the ground. It's it just killed one of the Wrath Guards.
Right.
Turning its attention to the others. The other bat is the only one still alive, but it's up in the air.
Gotcha. But the blight that killed the Wrath Guard, that's the one that Nadia and Crenshaw are fighting with.
Just Nadia.
Just Nadia. Yeah, Nadia.
Just me. I'm the one who rushed it.
The half blood princess is the only one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm on pest control.
Yeah, I think I look between the bat and the blight, and I think just the slight, like, focusing that I appreciate from Nadia, that she's taking on the tougher opponent, and in my back of my mind, like, this fucking halfie is not gonna outshine me, and she's and take a shot with the arrow at the blight.
All right. You get a +9 to hit.
+9. All right, I just +9.
Yeah, +9 to But
Okay.
it's a +9 to like the stat, I think, right?
So I just got to roll under
Yeah.
24, is what you're saying. No
Mhm.
problem.
Yeah, unless you're really, really bad at hitting, you probably do.
I did roll a 19, so I almost jinxed myself. I mean,
What's the French toast? Why are we all rolling high?
Yo.
Oh my lord.
All right,
Okay.
give me that
I hit
damage.
it. Do I do an additional D4 again?
No.
Okay, just the. All right, no problem.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, you don't have an advantage on it.
Just a one point of damage.
Yeah, you see it
Big
like
an arrow.
hit the side of its bone and just falls down.
Stupid blight.
It looks at you like with its like mouth starting to extend high.
Great.
All right, who's next? Who wants to go?
That's me. I yell over, Nadia, gophers in the garden. And you were kind of remember that time that we were having to help a neighbor with their garden and they had gophers and whatnot. I'm casting maltransformation on this thing.
Okay,
Ooh.
got it.
And that's
So-
versus it's resolute, right?
Yes.
All right, -3.
-3. Oh, that's resolute is high. Okay, so that's still 12 or lower. Let's go. 15. Dang it.
Mm,
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Shrugs it off.
All right.
That's a
I
big
gotta roll
gopher.
corruption.
it's a very
Yeah.
big gopher.
What'd
1
you get
point
on?
of corruption.
Okay, not bad at all. Woo, no other Blightborns today.
Yeah, I'm good. So what is like, when do I got to start worrying? Is like my threshold is 8. If I go over 8 or hit 8?
So a little bit over 8 will start giving you stigma, but as long as you don't get total corruption, you should be fine. It will just
Okay.
once you hit that like halfway part, it'll just take a lot longer to bring it down, and people
Got it,
will
got it.
visibly notice you're fucked. So you'll kind of be like hard to communicate with in a social setting.
Yeah. I mean, my persuasive was 7, so I mean that's what's new.
Yeah, they're like he doesn't talk well, and he also has smoke coming out of his eyes.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
right.
Nadia.
Hello, that's me. And that's why I said that's a very big gopher. Zafamar.
So,
and I will actually, as a free action,
oh yeah.
I will pop the last bat with an arrow.
All right, how much damage?
Oh, 5 again. Yes. At least that
Ooh.
one.
Nice, yeah.
And I
So
knock it down.
yeah,
Yep.
smacks it down. Everyone has advantage on it. It's like pinned against a tree, like meow. Nadia, you have this acid burning you.
Yes.
You can get it. You can try to get it off with a successful cunning. To either wash it away or get dirt on it to try to protect you. Otherwise, you're going to be taking that.
I think I would like to get it off me because I'm
All right, you'll have to make that roll.
smart enough to know that like me continuing to fight while incapacitated ain't great. All right. Let's see. So, and it's a cunning. Okay. It's a 5. I rolled under.
Yay!
I
Hell
get
yeah.
it up.
All right.
Good. I knew this die hated me. I'm gonna use that hatred. Beautiful. So.
All right, what do you want to do?
Okay, so she's got it off of her. She's got the acid off of her. It's not burning her anymore. And I think she sees Zafamar try to cast a spell, and it does not work. But I have a thing. I'm not sure if this counts as a spell or not. Because
Is
I
it
have
Bend Will?
Yeah, Bend Will.
Yes, that is a spell.
Okay, so
It
yeah,
is a
I would
spell.
like to try to use Bend Will on the Blight.
All right.
Yes.
So, like, she gets, and I think it's not something that I think she's aware that she can do it,
but it's not like something that she's going to reach for immediately unless they're in a situation like this in which it's like, cool, it's life or death. We got to do a thing. So.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
where I'm at.
All right. So it's a resolution versus resolution. So do I roll for resolute?
Yep. You were at a -3.
Okay, it's got to be under a 10. I got this. It's fine. It is under a 10. It's a 9.
All right.
Let's go!
I want to beating stuff by one.
You know what? We did it. There.
All right. So this is weird, right? Because it is under your control until you break concentration or you fail a resolute roll.
Can I flavor this a little bit?
Mhm.
Okay, because I think that she sees her friend getting hurt. She's like, she gets back up to try to get back at it, and then I think she just kind of reaches into herself, and like her eyes begin to glow like the green of the forest of Davokar, and she casts this spell on this blight, and now it is under my control. Yay!
So it is under your control, so once every turn. So you have to make the same resolute roll every turn to keep it, because every turn is trying to break out. So what do you want it to make it do now?
She wants it to leave. So she's very much like, get out. Leave us alone.
On its turn, it's going to begrudgingly start running off,
Great. Awesome.
leaving this shoulderless wrath guard in front of you.
But two of 3
Yeah,
alive
you got
is good.
2 out of 3. That's good.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah.
Wait, is the
Someone
rest
write a
of
song
the
about
is that the
that.
grumpy one or is that the nice one?
It was one of the nice ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was
Of course.
the nice one.
It was Twinkle Eyes.
Not Twinkle Eyes.
Twinkle.
Miserable ones never die.
Yeah, the twinkle is gone from their eyes, so
Why do all
Wait.
the assholes manage to survive?
yeah.
It's
Anyway.
terrible.
Author's just like wiping the sweat off her brow, like fuck. Are you guys running?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
she
I
told it to
think so.
leave, so on its turn, it's gonna leave. Is it its turn?
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
leaving?
it's gone.
Okay, yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Howdy.
we need to leave. We need to leave now.
All right.
Do we
And
want
also,
to?
is that bat still a problem or did we finish it off?
I think with this, it's knocked down and stuff, so you can either finish it off or it won't pursue you guys. So either way.
Cool.
Okay.
The real question is as you're running, when does it break? When does the control break? So we'll say this turn, you guys are all running. So Nadia, make a resolute.
Okay. All right, little die. Please continue to hate me as you hated me before, and
This is
roll
still at
low.
-3.
Mm-hmm.
Use your aggressive feelings.
That's cocky. I
know.
gotta roll again.
Okay.
It's a 9 again.
Yeah.
Hell
All
yeah.
right. So if you make your third one successfully, you won't have to make any running test to get away from this thing. So one more time.
Oh no! I gotta roll it one more time.
Yeah, one more time. This is it. This is all for the cookies, or else
Beat
another
it by
wrath
2
guard
this
will
time.
die. No, I'm kidding.
It's a 3. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Whew.
I was
and-
like, yeah. Go ahead.
Temporary corruption, I guess.
Yeah, roll that 1d4.
Fucking
This
don't
one's
turn
fast.
into a blight after we ran away from one. God.
That's you, Nadia. You do 1d4.
Yeah.
Oh, I do 1d4 damage?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no, you do 1d4
No.
corruption.
Oh, I get corrupted.
Yeah.
Fuck, never mind. I don't want to turn
But-
into a blight after we just chased one off.
But your resolute's good though, so I think you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I rolled a 4, so it needs to be
Oh.
good.
Yeah.
All right, so resolute. So it's a 13 resolute. What does that mean for me in terms of corruption? How many?
7 is your threshold.
Yeah,
right?
7 is your, so you have 4. So
Should
you're
just have four.
fine. Just, don't roll another 4.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys hear the shrieks of the Blightborn in the distance as you guys run until you get to like the safe area, or at least it feels safe, where you guys can catch your breath. The other Wrath guards are there's no more jokes. Just like
No. I am all business for once. I'm looking for herbs to make an herbal cure. And I look at Kren, I say, you can patch Nadia up, right?
Yes, if you can get me these herbs and he gives you a list, I can patch her up.
Oh yeah. No, I've got alchemy. I know exactly what to look for. All right, here we go. So this is cunning. So I just got to get 13 or lower. Come
I think
on,
you
die.
can
Why do you roll
tell.
high now?
Oh yeah. Well,
That's a 16. No, it's a 16.
No.
yeah, you put some leaves and stuff on it, and it's maybe dulls the pain a little bit, but doesn't really do much.
So I will use my Medicus, and I got it. So that's a D5. But without the herbs, I can only do a D6 of toughness.
Oh, is it D6 or D4? I didn't.
It's a D6 of tough. If you'd gotten the herbs, it would have been a D8.
Oh, that's right, because you're
I'm
at
a
depth level. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, well then there we go.
But that's 4 points of
There
toughness.
you go.
back.
We hear 4
points of
Nice.
Yay, 4
Yeah,
points of toughness.
So we pack the burns and moss and a quick wrap of just some fabric or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think I wanted to point this out. When she cast her spell, like as they're running, and once it like released and like all that corruption happened to her, you can tell that she's not fully in control of these abilities. It's sort of like, and Zafamar would be familiar with that. But yeah.
As he's patching you up, Kren will ask, "How long have you been hiding it?"
And Nadia like does not like looks down and meets his eye, like does not looks down at the not meeting his eyes deliberately and says, a long time now. They want me to, but Zafomar says I should still try to be a witch.
It's her choice, but
You have to
I'd
do
be
what
there with
your
you.
heart tells you to do. But at any rate, you should learn how to control it.
It is not something that I always use. I don't enjoy using it.
Lothar strikes some fire against us, make like a little fire and pulls out some herbs and starts smoking. Ambrians always turn into those things. So if you become a witch, you got to look at what you'll become in a couple of years. So
I'm not all Ambrian.
you're enough.
Do you think so little of our own barbarian blood? The little Ambian could taint it that deeply?
All I know is that we're losing. And year by year, we become less of ourselves and more like Ambrians. Whether our blood is tough or not, all I can see is the inevitable conclusion where there is no more of us.
well, then you've lost.
The wise women of Clan Baega, they speak of mystics and those who wield the power as those who are executing Varatha's merciless justice, her wisdom of vengeance. It is the balancing. So if you have the touch of this mysticism and this magic in you that Varatha has blessed you with, you're more us than the invading Ambrians. You are creating a balance. Now, I would think we'll push the invading forces out, and that which is threatening this balance. I maybe misjudged you, Nadia. I'm afraid I was a little harsh with you before. Seeing you out there, I see that you've been blessed by Varatha.
Thank you, Mareva. I appreciate your sentiment. And thank you, Krensha, for healing me. The burns were not They were not pleasant. Whatever
That's
that
my
was.
That's my duty to our clans.
Mm. She just kind of nods and like takes the words that have been said into account, but doesn't really like just nothing to respond to that with. She's not the kind of person that can come up with a clever or witty response, But she does kind of glance at Zaphimar with this like look of, it's like a look of like, maybe I should have talked about this earlier, kind of a thing, Like it's almost questioning, like, is this okay? Did I set myself up to be taken advantage of, kind of a thing.
Zaphimar shrugs and said, "The right time is now. Always."
So Lothar and Marima grimly lead you guys the rest of the way to the encampment. Davokar, the chieftain, will come out. This huge pillar of a man with tattoos and like this bear fur over his shoulders, and he'll like go up to each of you. Everything's fine. Yeah, you guys look like shit. Yeah, sorry. Come in, and he'll like with his big arms just grab all of you guys into like this tight hug.
Oh, group hug.
You can hear my old back cracking one vertebrae at a time going all the way up.
Go ahead and take 1d12 damage.
Oh
No. This is barbarian chiropractor.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
this is chiropractic. Let's not.
I've been trying to get that one for weeks.
1d12 for temporary hit points.
He'll let you guys go and nod to the Wrath Guards as they move into the village. This whole place, so compared to like the last one, everything here is easily picked up and movable. Everyone's in like these little camps and such, and there's campfires, people moving about, all of them like wearing these bear furs, and you see these large bears just trudging along, some of them being ridden and others just kind of helping with some of the work. Davokar places a hand on two of your heads. We'll say one on Mareva and one on Crenshaw, just kind of like patting like this as he moves about. And he's like, so as you can see, the Beargorns are sacred and we cannot exist without them. As part of your last bits of this trial that you'll face to become adults, we want you to capture a cub for the clan. A mother and cub has been seen. We will point you to the den, and you will capture the cub and bring it back. Just as each one of our clansmen has done before, each cub increases the clan and becomes part of the clan. You understand?
Yes.
All right, you guys okay? Just no frowny faces, huh?
I've
The
never
Beargorns
caught
are
a bear
noble.
before.
They're also very cuddly.
They're the cuddliest. That's how I got this scar. And he like pulls open his chest and you see all like these slash marks.
Good. You have a love pack from
Exactly. Yeah. It's the best sort. Actually, this one's for my wife, but yeah, this one over here is from the bear.
Hey,
the old Beargorn and chain, huh?
Yeah. All right, you rough kids, go out. He kind of like pats you guys forward. Give me that cub.
So wait, just to double check, Did we already? Are we currently in the Bayaga clan territory, or are we?
Mhm.
Yeah, nice. So these are like my
So-
people here.
Yeah,
These are your-
Yeah, this is
their
like home
encampment.
turf.
Yeah, they move about a lot, so they might have shifted things since you last were here. But yeah, it's here.
Sweet. Well, I'm gonna turn to the group and say, okay, the Byagorn. I was just kidding. They're actually not cuddly. They're like you really have to get to know them pretty well before they even deem it worthy to let you be near them. So it's a very they're a little standoffish, I suppose. They take a long time to warm up, you know.
Do you have your own Bygorn?
My family, yes, we have a Byagorn. Yeah.
Your family, but not you.
No, it's we've trained one as from a cub from a very 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 young age, but it's a bond you make for life with a Byagorn.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it chooses to be with your family after it has seen you worthy, but no, we're just the whole family is very grateful to have made this bond. Perhaps a little bit of my experience could be useful. I've never hunted for a cub before, but I've spent enough time around them. I certainly smelt a lot of Byagorn shit, so I have a good scent for it for sure.
Mm. I think we were all going to look to you for your guidance here. I just have two questions. One, I imagine we won't find a cub far from at least one of its parents. And
I can guarantee that.
two, how do we catch one?
Well, and Mitch, should I do a beast lore check?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Feast lore time.
beast lore. All right, so
we
let's see.
usually strap someone covered in honey naked to a tree.
And then we make their ass clap, and then
Yeah.
Byagorns
It's that last part.
are coming.
The clap,
Fast
it
and
brings them.
cheeks.
The milkshake brings all the Byagorns to
It's,
the.
it's the it's the pss, 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 pss for Bygorns. As
So
they
it's- So I have to roll some cunning, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need to do a cunning test. Okay. All right. Gotta roll under. Fuck. It's a 20 here on the cunning test. So I suppose whatever information you give us is extremely strong.
You know, yeah, I mean, the things stand out as like, yeah, you could, you know, potentially just snatch and grab, and maybe just like go off different ways to confuse the mother bear and just meet up later. Like, kind of like the most basic of plans pop up in your head. Like, yeah, you know,
So-
hey, bears can't climb, so climb up that tree.
As he's describing this, could I also use beast lore to maybe like brainstorm with him
Yeah.
and like triangulate a better plan
Yeah.
than climb an unclimbable tree?
So you start
Um,
shouting as soon as you're maybe in the vicinity, and they
Yeah.
really don't like shouting.
Make yourself bigger.
Yeah. No, you
Push
make
your
it
slower
small,
friends
right?
down.
Yeah.
You're so
Uh,
small,
I
play
roll-
dead.
I rolled a 3 on that.
Oh, nice.
Excellent. Get it in a headlock.
Yeah.
I'll show that bear.
Rub its belly. It loves
Mhm.
belly rubs.
Mm.
I mean, it's unfortunate that the cub has a mother. Probably, you know, some ways that people get bears is by distracting the mom with like fresh meat or something. I mean, most creatures are pretty like food focused for the most part. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there might be something to the luring the mother away. You're an excellent tracker. Could you maybe bring down a deer or something near the cave, or wherever they sleep?
Oh, and also having something for the little one, because the little one will probably freak out the moment you try to grab it. But if you can kind of lure it away as well.
Mm-hmm.
or have something for it to chew on.
Unless Zafamar knows some sort of concoction that will put them all to sleep. I know there are certain herbs that help with rest, but
No, that
Morphine.
I'm still a novice. Quite literally in this case.
I cast ether.
We can
I can make it
always
some bread.
just try to. I hate to say this, but we can always just get rid of the parent and just take the cub.
Well, I feel like that might fly in the face of the sacredness this tribe holds with the bear.
Oh, that's true. I'm not familiar with the customs of this tribe.
It would be certainly contested as both a great sin and a legendary act. They are impressively difficult to kill. So if we survived trying to kill it, then I think the tribe will have some violent words for us.
It's fair.
But I like where your head's at. I like. Let's get scrappy.
This plan's
Well-
a 10, we need a 7.
So, Cranshaw, you're saying maybe we track down a deer to lure the mama bear away,
Mm-hmm.
and then for the baby, perhaps some kind of a treat.
Yes, like I know, at least in my part of the world, bears do enjoy berries, sweet fruits, things of that nature.
Mm.
That may appeal more to a cub than an adult.
Maybe we take some of this fruit or berries and we make a trail for the cub to follow.
Yeah,
Yes.
sounds plausible.
Good plan. And then we capture it.
Yes. What was that?
Yes.
What was that thing you did to control the mind of the blight?
She kind of straightens her shoulders. Does not like remembering this. It is not something that I can do easily. It comes at a cost.
Oh yeah.
And I do not know how to control it. She kind of glances at Zafamar for hey, you better vouch for this.
Yeah. No, she speaks the truth. I was thinking something similar though. I could turn it into something easier to catch. A platypus, maybe.
Kren will add that dominating it would possibly stain the bear's sacred spirit. I think temporarily changing it into something else would be less disruptive.
I just want to say that, Jason, your choice of platypus is fantastic.
Yeah.
I was like, what can't run fast? I don't know if a
Platypus.
platypus can. I don't know if they can run fast.
Yeah, we just need to make sure it doesn't fall into a river, and then or else we're all screwed.
God forbid there's a stream nearby.
Yeah.
It occurred to me. I was like, oh, I should have changed that thing into a snail, and I was like, oh, I don't think that falls under maltransformation. It has to be a mammal or a reptile.
Sloth.
Yeah.
True.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Now we're talking.
Well, all right, team. I think we've got a pretty much flawless plan. I don't see any way that this could go wrong. Let's go after this beargorn.
Well, we have a ritual to complete, don't we?
Yes. Wait.
Off to see the bear.
Yeah. Okay.
Talk to a man about a bear. All right.
We're hunted for bears.
We're going hunting.
Alrighty. Whoever's leading the hunt, give me a vigilance.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I'm defaulting to Mariva on this one.
Yeah.
What's your?
This is 15, so.
Oh yeah, you go.
Yeah, you're good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not a hunter.
This
I got
is
an
your
11.
moment. You got a what?
I got an 11.
Is that under?
Yeah, my vigilance is 15.
Excellent. So yeah, you you're moving about. I mean, you're able to find like the bear poop.
Yeah, gang. I'm touching bark. I'm like sniffing it. I'm getting down all on the floor, face in the dirt and stuff. Just picking stuff with my fingers, smelling it. It's just
hint of nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts. Yeah. Until like over this hill within the Davokar forest, and this nice little outcropping of trees, there is a cave, dark and foreboding. And out in front of it is this cute little bear with little curvy ears, and it's just like chasing this butterfly back and forth in the lawn. It has little patches of white on it with like this dark red fur. It flips about and falls and trips and goes like a as it moves.
You see, I know you, Mitch, and this is a white rabbit in Monty Python scenario.
So I feel like we already talked about how these things can kill. I feel like it won't be a surprise when it does.
Yeah.
I'm blameless.
okay.
Yeah, innocence.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like we should. All right. I think we should. Now's the time for us to find some berries, some sweets.
Oh yeah.
We'll need to look for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we all have bushcraft, so can we use that to
Yeah.
look for them?
Yeah, we'll just say the role that's most important would I would say cunning to find like you can find all sorts of berries and stuff, but try to find the ones that like they absolutely adore.
It's a 6. I rolled a 6 on cunning.
Ooh, I rolled a 1. I found some friggin' honey.
Oh, nice.
I rolled pretty low. I rolled under, so I rolled a 6.
I got under 2.
I got under as well. Wow.
Yeah, you guys come back with all sorts of things that they would love.
Yes.
So good at berries.
Yeah, it's like this might be your thing from here on out. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Plants are cool.
We're the berry barons of the forest.
oh yeah. So yeah, you guys have berries and all sorts of like honey and berries.
Now, Mareva, what do we do?
While you're doing that, I'm going to see if I can find the stuff to make a weak poison.
Ooh.
In case we got to fight something.
Well,
It's not the bear cub.
do we think that the mama bear is in the cave?
It's probably a safe assumption. Unless it's one of those absentee parent bears.
There's a latchkey bear.
It's a boomer bear.
Oh God, it's a boomer bear.
Could we, team, what do we think of this? What if we just cautiously placed some of these berries in a little path, maybe tossed a few out there closer to it, lure it away, put some distance between it and the cave, and then Zephimar, you do your thing, your platypus magic.
Yep.
I think this is a good plan, and immediately goes to execute it. Like, just starts throwing berries.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Dipping some of them in the honey first. Toss them out.
Ooh, oh, that sounds delicious.
Making me hungry.
Yeah.
Oh no!
All right.
What do you think, Mitch?
I mean, you guys throw it, right?
Yeah, we're
Yeah, we're just throwing berries in a little path.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean, it's delicious, right? These little berries plop along in the middle of the field. And this thing kind of like sniffs the air and like kills a butterfly with one smack as it smashes into the ground. Its head squirting against it and just like limply just fluttering until it's still. And then it like plops over all cute like and starts rubbing its nose into these berries, taking bites out of it. Just, and then it goes after another one, and another one.
I think it likes the berries.
I think so too. but we need to make sure we're ready to transform it. Are you ready, Zafamar?
Maybe a snake would be better. What are we trying to put it in a bag? What are we doing?
Well, a snake can bite. Maybe we don't make it a snake.
Garter snake or
like a little tiny thing or something like, it doesn't really care if it bites you. It's just like a little baby.
Zafamar starts listing off harmless snakes, and you're like, okay, got it. Like,
as long as we can put it in a bag and it's not going to rip our heads off, I'm fine.
Just pick one.
okay.
It seems like Zafamar's really into snakes. I mean, let's just let him have this, guys.
I mean, you could go with a baby lamb or something.
Oh, like a baby platypus. Lamb would work.
Lambs are loud.
They're kind of fast. All right.
Oh my god, if the mama bear just started eating.
Oh
no.
Oh no. Don't make it a prey animal then.
Yikes.
Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to go with something slow and easy to fit in a bag. How about that? All right. Cool. So are we ready? Am I doing this now, or do we need to do anything else?
Should the rest of us hide?
I think the rest of us should hide. That's probably a good plan.
Okay.
Probably a smart idea. I don't know.
Okay. All right. I'm going to try to get myself under the undergrowth, put a bunch of leaves and twigs and shit under myself.
All right. Everyone give me a discreet.
Discreet.
Oh,
I'm actually really good at this.
I'm not.
Not with a roll 1 over my score though. Son of a bitch. Roll a 16.
I botched it too.
It might not come into play depending on how things work out. But
for the record, I did okay.
Yeah, it's good to know. Good to know.
I try to stand sideways behind a tree, but like my feet are sticking out on one side, my ass is sticking out on the other.
The good news is I rolled a 6. The bad news is my discreet is 5. So.
Damn.
It was a low roll.
I had 15 chances to succeed, and I rolled a 16.
Oh my gosh.
I think Nadia isn't even like trying to hide because she rolled a 13 on a 10. So I'm like,
yeah, it's not great.
Such a funny glass half empty way to look at it. 15 ways to fail. 15 ways to succeed.
All right.
So
let's get that resolute or that whatever magic.
Turning it into an animal and then a different animal, and then somebody else is going to put it in a bag.
Sure. Yes. I will get bag. Someone give me a bag. Who has a bag?
Here we go.
Scraps bag.
Okay. All right. So here we go. So it's resolute. What's my modifier?
-3 if it's versus resolute.
Against resolute. Oh, it's resolute.
This is a very resolute bear cub.
So this is 12 or
These
lower.
bears don't play.
7. We got it.
Woo!
Woo! Yeah, and it turns into a what again?
Baby platypus.
Immediately throws bag on platypus, scoops it up, puts it in bag, ties off.
Kren thinks you drew this animal out of your nightmares because he doesn't believe that this thing could actually exist.
No way.
I have it. I have the platypus. Now we should go before the mother bear realizes.
Yeah, everyone
baby
give
is
me
missing.
a quick.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
Oh, I got it.
I got it.
Under 10.
I got it. Heck yeah. I rolled an 8. It was a 9.
Roll quick. Let's go.
Yeah, that.
Scooby-Doo gang run away.
Yes. It's a little test cloud after us.
As we're running away, Zafamar, how did you come up with that raccoon duck creature? What?
Why would you do
I've
such
seen
a
them
thing?
before. No, they're real. They're real. I swear they're real.
No, we've seen them before on our travels.
Yeah.
Right, Zephamar?
They like
I
rivers.
refuse to believe that such a monstrosity exists naturally in this
Yeah.
world.
It must be
Satan.
It must be one of the ancient horrors of the Davokar that has been domesticated.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they are very cute. You should pet one sometime.
So I have to roll resolute again every round. It's kind of like the same deal as before.
Yeah, we'll say like if you can get 2, like the second one, if you're successful, then you guys are out. or at least out of earshot, so it won't really matter even if it pops back.
No, I got an 18.
Well, fuck.
It's now a bear cub in the back.
Yeah, so like you hear it go as it starts to struggle.
Oh, and I got to roll d4.
Oh no.
Oh, and I got a 4 again. God dang it. Dag nabbits.
Fuck, man. Wow.
It's fine. It's fine. I have a high threshold. It's fine.
Zaphomar, it sounds like a bear again.
Yeah, it's a bear. That's because it's a bear again.
And we'll roll a luck roll because there's like 2 ways this can go. 10 or lower, it's going to be bad, but not as bad as it could be. 11 or higher, it'll be the worst it could ever be.
Great. Love that for us.
So bad or worse?
Really well. Ronin, why don't you roll it? Just a d20, tell me what you get.
You really gonna make me sync the whole party?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I want everyone to blame the old man.
That is a 9.
Oh, yeah. It's not as bad as it could be. Racing towards you guys is a large Bagorn.
This is very
it's
bad.
still several meters behind you. If you guys can, if everyone makes a successful quick roll on this, you guys are fine and can make it to the village.
Okay.
But if one of you doesn't, I mean, the rest of you could leave that person behind.
Sure.
Leave them for the Bygorn to eat. Oh no.
Be like, oh no.
I got
Give
a
me
2.
the bat, I'll toss you
Let's
the win.
go.
6.
This is a quick roll, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
it was cocked. It was cocked.
All right.
14. I failed it.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It was cocked. It was cocked before, and it looked like a 5. And I was like, "But it's cocked. I got to re-roll it, even though it's a promising roll." I rolled it again. It's a 3.
And I got a 2. So 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
All right. I mean, so yeah, like one person could be left if you guys
Nadia's
want.
holding the bag right now.
Yeah.
No, we're not leaving Nadia. No.
Does everyone feel that way? Are we all staying for the half Ambrian?
I am.
I'm drawing an arrow out of my quiver.
I could just turn into a platypus.
You could just turn it into a platypus, yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
All right. In fact, I will try. Let's just go because.
So we face we don't face
But
a
if we're in
anymore.
initiative order, then I gotta wait. But
Yeah.
I'll say you can have a time. So this is several meters away. You could.
Okay.
I would say since you guys have decided to stay with Nadia, turning around, you guys each have one turn before it gets to you physically.
okay. Platypus. Here we go. What's its
It's
resolute
plat.
modifier?
-3.
Same as the. Okay. 12, and I needed a 12. Woo!
Like barely. Good lord.
Roll that corruption. Get that 4.
Oh yeah. No.
No,
come on,
get that
4,
one.
No 4.
One corruption. You don't need 4. I don't want you to become a blight. You got a 4.
That was
I
a
got a
4.
4. I got a 4.
You need to switch out
So
time.
I'm tied with my threshold.
Yeah. So right now your corruption is very visible. So why don't you describe what that looks like?
I think I've cast a lot of maltransformation this adventure.
Yep.
I think my a lot of my upper body, including my face, is now malleable, and it's my features keep changing slightly, but in a constant kind of non-repeating pattern.
Yeah.
And my arms keep like getting shorter and longer, and my shoulders keep getting broader and narrower. And I'm like, this is part of the job.
Whoa.
To one day turn into the thing that killed your friends.
Mm-hmm. We are doing what needs to be done. And this is like a serious side of Zaphomar that you've only seen maybe once before. And it's, I mean, Nadia's seen it, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Nadia is like, okay, don't sacrifice yourself for us, Zafamar, I'm sure. But
Pretty much. Nadia's like,
he gets this way. He gets this way.
Yeah, but she says not. She's like, Zafamar, if you cast one more spell, I will kill you myself.
Okay, but run now. Run.
No, we're running. Like she's saying this as they're running.
yeah.
It's not dumb.
The platypus like rolls and is looking around. Like it's so cute because it doesn't know how to platypus, and so it's just like trying to figure out, do I walk on hind legs when it like falls down against a tree? It's like, how do I?
After we've got enough distance, I'll say, and it's kind of like that other like more laconic Zafamar. He says, "Oh, good thing it didn't affect my legs."
I'm killing you myself. That's just what it's going to be.
Yeah, and with that, you guys make it back with the cute little cub back to the village. Davokar is waiting for you guys.
That poor bear cub has so much trauma now.
Yeah, I know, right?
It'll never eat sweets again.
Yeah.
How? Just out of curiosity, how long does it take for this to wear off?
What
The corruption effect.
Oh, it takes a full night of sleep. Like you have to. It'll be like 12 hours.
Perfect. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I was like, is this gonna be a month of this? Like,
no, at least it won't be a month.
Problem.
Yeah, if you had a stigma of permanent corruption, then that'd be bad.
It wouldn't be great for you. No.
Yeah. I'll sleep it off.
Yeah, you're fine. You're in the morning. You'll be all not weird anymore.
You're still young enough.
I think that like once the bear cub has been safely handed off and we've gotten like our this was part of the trial, right? So yeah, okay. I can wait for you to like give us our laurels if you would like. But I have something to do after.
No.
So.
It's funny, Zafamar, that it reminded me actually out of character. There's a Ukrainian saying that's like, "Oh, it'll heal before your wedding day."
Fine.
Don't worry, you've got time.
Fine.
But,
just put some spit on it. It'll be
Yeah, I mean, Davokar bows to you guys, though when he bows, it's only like he's coming up to your heads. Such a big man. He's like, you've helped the clan. In long term, short term, you will know that whatever happens the next couple of days, we'll have one more member of our clan that'll keep us going. So for that, I thank you, really. I hope this was the most beneficial and most educational of the trials. Because truly, this is everything.
Oh yes, of course. This trial was profound. We learned a lot. Isn't that right, team?
we did quite a lot.
We did also learn the value of bathing.
Bathing is very important.
Yeah, you rub against bear, you smell like bear, and you're ready to go.
I mean, he does have a point. You're going to hang out with bears. That's probably why. Never mind. That'll be good. She purposely goes out of her way not to insult Mareva this time.
We have one more thing to deal with. It's not so nice. Who's the half Ambrian? Who's mama or papa put their thing in the wrong thing? Which one of you?
Nadia steps forward, kind of like military style.
And your name is what?
I am Nadia.
Nadia.
The Zach
Okay.
clan.
Okay. Everyone come with me. Unfortunate thing we have to do.
And what unfortunate thing is that?
Yeah, you'll see. Trust me, it's fine. Just come. Kind of start walking towards the camp.
I'm going to stay with Nadia as we presumably follow.
Same.
And as we fall into step together, I see Crenshaw on one side. I see Zafamar on the other. Nadia punches Zafamar in the arm. The weird fucking shifting arm.
Yeah.
I'm sure I deserve that.
Jelly roll right through one side of
Yeah. And it's
the whole thing quivers, and she's
And Corruption has a way of twisting everything the deeper you fall into it in like the worst of things. So like what normally to use Zafofar would be like a normal like playful punch, it feels more painful. It feels almost malevolent coming from Nadia as like the corruption seeps into your head and starts twisting the way you perceive things to like its most negative of perspectives.
I see.
And her words follow that punch. And she says, Zafamar, don't sacrifice yourself that way again.
I would love to make that promise to you. And his voice is also changing.
Little wobble, vocal cord.
I would love to make that promise to you.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot.
I'm not asking for a promise.
That is the work. That is the work that I will be doing. But I can try to be more careful.
Yes, please. After all, we're similar in that way.
Zafamar nods and makes himself a little bit dizzy because of the disorientation.
So Dakar brings you to like this like pen of all these like giant bears, and they're currently eating from this trough of like bloody red meat. And he like pulls out a sack and puts his hand in it and like grabs something and pulls out this head, which is of course connected to a person. This person is very much alive, but it looks like a barbarian part of the tribe here. He's got like cords wrapped around his mouth and such, and the car like kind of roughly tosses him to the ground and says, not everyone is as understanding or wise as I am. Every year you understand that when there are so many enemies, it is best not to make another. One of our tribesmen sought to end your line when you went out to the woods. Now our system is different. This person has sought to wrong you, and so you must sentence this person to deal with the consequences that they have wrought on their own life. That is why we are here at the Bear Den. If you seek death upon this person, I will throw them in, and then they will be eaten. I do have a club I could smash their head into, or smash their legs, however you want. But Nadia, this is your decision. As we said, our way is different, and in this regard, the punishment falls entirely on your shoulders.
He tried to end my line?
Yeah,
He tried to attack my mother?
No, he was going to kill you in the woods on the way back from the bear. He was captured by one of our people.
She looks to Zafamar and his wibbly wobbly fucking shit that he has happening.
Despite everything, it's a look of shock. It's a look of like, who did what now?
And she kind of like walks over to this tied up person, and I think she's not sure what to do because she's never kind of been in this situation before. Usually everybody's ragging on her, and she's never had a situation where someone wants to like fix it, even if fixing it means a terrible death. And I think she kind of, again, not fearing this person because they're tied up, they can't do anything. She kind of squats down to look at their face and like tilts her head to the side, really looking at them, and says, "How would you feel if your life was in constant danger?"
Davokar kind of like moves his head forward. I don't want to take the thing off his mouth until the sentence has been given. Rarely do these people have anything good to say. And as you see this man like biting against this cloth in his mouth, his eyebrows furrowed in one of anger as he looks at you.
She takes out her hunting knife and like flips it in her hands and says, and looks at it and says, "I am not half Ambrian by choice, nor am I here because my mother willed it. I am a creature of unfortunate circumstance, and I am reminded of how unfortunate those circumstances are every single day. And very rarely do I get the opportunity to remind someone that their circumstances are more unfortunate than mine." And I think that she's gonna take her knife and stab him right through the chest.
Yeah.
Like,
his eyes go wide, and then glasses over as he goes limp. Davokar kind of picks up the thing and throws it over his shoulder into the bear den. It's like,
she shakes the blood off her knife and like kind of wipes it off.
Okay, not exactly how we do things here, but hey, this they accept all different clans, whatever. Your people are weird.
That she responds this with, "Sir, forgive me. I do not wish you to dirty your hands on my behalf."
I'm a chieftain. That's my whole job. My hands are black with the amount of things I've had to do for all these people. All right, this is my job. Your job is not to do that. You don't shoulder anything. It's all on my shoulders. How could anything be on your shoulders? Your shoulders are so tiny. It just doesn't make sense.
I have shouldered the half-Ambrian part of myself for my entire life.
Well, stop it. Okay?
Stop it.
You got small shoulders. Stop it. It's not on your shoulder. Get it off. It's not a burden on you. So get it off. That's my view.
Mareva leads over to Nadia and whispers. She goes, "Yeah, don't take it personally. Baegan men, for some reason, have a whole thing about shoulders. It's just ignore them. They're always talking about
shoulder-centric
small
culture.
shoulders.
Shoulder-centric.
I don't know.
He's like, I swear to God, if I see you again and if I see that on your shoulder, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to put it on mine. Okay? So take it off. Leave it in Davokar. Don't bring it over again. Okay? Next time I see you, better be off.
Yes, sir. And she looks to Maria and she's like, right, shoulders.
I don't know. I don't get it. You have normal shoulders. It's just shoulders. My people are weird. I'm sorry.
People are weird. All right.
The bears are all nodding, like, "Yep, shoulders."
That's
As
what
they're
it is.
eating this person.
They saved the shoulders for last. It's like,
I'm so I just saw a picture like there's like just a beautiful sunset as like we're all kind of standing watching this corpse getting eaten.
Like,
crunch, 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 crunch.
friends.
One heck of a funny comedy, that's for sure.
Yeah. So, you guys spend a couple of days here with the cub, and it's about a month later that you guys return to Kadinja. which is over in Karvosti. You see the glow of the bonfire in this pre-dawn darkness. Everyone's getting ready to welcome you all as adults. An elderly woman with an animal skull necklace is standing in front of the whole crowd. She invites you all forward.
Definitely step forward.
Yeah, stepping forward.
Mm-hmm.
Same. Still a big sigh though.
Just like
That's just like I'm not ready to grow up.
You guys know this is Yelita, the leader and head of the barbarian witches. She says in like this husky whisper, "Announce your name and clan to everyone present."
I am Crenshaw of the clan Yadessa.
I am Zafamar of the Zarek clan.
I'm Mareva of the Baega clan.
she steps forward and like head held high. I am Nadia of the Zarek clan.
Yeah, as Mareva is your words are spoken, you hear Dakar like, "That's mine. That's one of my. Yep."
That's amazing.
Rita nods and takes this crimson paint and marks each of you guys on your nose. They have undergone the trials. They are one of us. They have Davokar's blessing. These two in particular. And she puts like another like red line on Mareva's and Nadia's foreheads. They are now mine. This will not be contested. Everyone's like,
that's like a guideline, though, right? We don't have to.
Oh, Mareva, though?
Mareva,
yeah, Mareva and Nadia.
Oh, wow.
These two are mine. None shall contest it. And she sighs.
Nadia looks like horrified. Like she's like, there's a look of horror in her eyes. It's not obviously like she's not going to be super horrified by this in front of this very powerful lady, but like the look that she gives Zafamar is one of absolute terror. Like this is the literal last place thing she wanted.
It's not what you want to see, but Zafamar's like, this is great.
Yeah,
I love this for you. And we must.
Is Zafamar's body still doing weird things? Is like one of your eyes bulging out?
Oh no, it's been like a month.
We're past
Yeah.
that.
His paint has calmed down.
Yeah. You're like this Picasso looking body.
Phrasing, Mitch, phrasing.
I said what I meant, and I meant what I said.
Oh God. Okay. So none shall contest it.
Okay.
What is that? I'm sorry to interrupt. What does that mean? Like out of game, what does that mean? Like,
so
is she like saying these
Yelita-
two are my apprentices?
Yeah, pretty much. Like she is going to take them on and educate them. I mean,
love this.
Usually it's just witches, but Yelita has so much knowledge that it really encompasses everything from herbalism to nature to Davokar itself. So sometimes she takes non-witches too. She's never taken one from the Bear Clan before. So Dakar's like, what?
Confusion.
Exciting.
And Mareva sees Dakar whispering something about shoulders, and she's like, just spread her shoulders as broad as possible.
Zafamar's like, I can get those wider for you.
Nadia's frozen in place. Like the like to anyone who's not paying attention, it would look like, yeah, I'm so honored by this, but like internally, she's fucking panicking. Like
What the fuck?
internal screaming. The where's the internal screaming? The that's her right now.
Yeah, and Yelita just kind of like slowly shuffles her way away. She resides on this almost this weird hill where either sides are just kind of sloping down. So it's only like this weird little pathway that goes up to like these circle of huts for the witches. And she continues to like shuffle over there. The High Chieftain looks at you two and sighs. But then there's much celebration as the rest of the crowd like gathers and like picks you up upon their shoulders as you are now part of the rest of the society. They don't pick up Crenshaw. They're like, come on, man.
Like Crenshaw doesn't want to be picked up anyway.
One person's like, you get grandfathered in eventually, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's just, you didn't need to do this.
Well, I wasn't allowed to take a wife because I wasn't a man, so there's no grandchildren.
No.
As Zaphomar gets passed by, Crenshaw will say, I don't know why you put this off. You did really well.
It's a matter of my preference, my freedom more than anything. And with that, he'll turn to Nadia and put his hand on her shoulder, and he'll kind of nod up to that hill, and he says, that knowledge will be yours, but so will the choice to use it.
Are you going back home now, Crenshaw?
No, I don't think so. I don't really have a home. Maybe I'll just wander around and see what else I can learn.
Well, you can always come and stay with myself and Zaphomar with the Zarek clan. They're pretty open-minded.
I may just take you up on that.
She first small smile for a very serious young lady. So
And Crenshaw puts one hand on Zaphomar's shoulder too, and that's the closest he'll ever get to a hug.
Amazing. That's it. That's what you get. You get this one thing.
I don't touch people. You're lucky.
You could teach me what you know about medicine, because I should probably learn how to heal without
Making
risking
yourself
corruption.
into goop.
Yeah, well,
Well, you have.
I do know how to lay on
excellent-
hands. I just didn't need to.
You have excellent herbal knowledge already, so you're halfway there. I can just teach you the formulas.
That sounds great.
Mareva, are you going to be sticking around for a while, or will you be returning to your clan?
Well, I imagine I'll have to come back here pretty soon if our teaching is going to start soon. But I have to go home and see my sisters. And I kind of like point in the distance because I figured all the sisters are already like here for the celebration. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have to go back home and see everyone. So it's gonna be a whole thing. But then I'll be back. We'll see each other very soon.
Yes, I think I'd like that.
Yeah. I think it's. Well, I really was not looking forward to any of this, and I don't know. I think I think there's a lot that there's a lot to this barbarian way of life that I think I just never realized was possible. So I have to say I'm pretty pleased overall. Yeah, and I'm pleased to have met you too. Yeah.
The feeling might even be mutual.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. And I just want to reiterate, your shoulders are perfectly fine.
She nods, like, I know they are. I just, thank you for reminding me.
And Mareva's going to offer like a predator handshake to Nadia.
She'll take it. Yeah.
Enjoy the celebrations, and I'll see you soon in the woods, I guess.
You too. In the woods. I guess. Take care of your shoulders.
Oh yes, I will.
Oh, I wanted to get into work.
Yeah, go ahead.
Conversation
Sorry.
with Nadia. Yeah. So if I could
Okay.
get Nadia, I'll say this is great. This is not what you expected, I'm sure.
No, it was not what I expected at all. I'm not sure this is going to be for the best, Zephomar, no matter what you think.
Well, I'm looking at it from a different angle. And it's something I've been thinking about since we were in, and now I've forgotten the name of the place, the Bear Clan.
Baega?
Yeah.
Baega, yeah.
Mhm.
Something that I've been thinking about since Baega. Their chieftain said, "Your people are weird when you stab that guy," and he meant our clan. And now you've been claimed by Alita. You have been accepted. This is no longer an issue.
I suppose you're right, but I wasn't. I guess I'm just a little anxious about training in witchcraft. Potential or not, I know what magic can do and has done to others, and I'm not keen on such things for myself.
I won't lie. Magic is weird and wild, and there are risks. That's why you train. I liked what Mareva said, that you can do with it, or was it Ronan? Oh, it was
About my shoulders?
no. Wait, now I'm
Kren
confused.
said that it's the knowledge is hers,
Yeah.
but so is the choice to use it.
Thank you. Yeah, I liked what Kren said. That was very wise.
He seems like a
Do
very
not.
wise person.
He is. I wonder why he put it off for so long.
We'll have to ask him on the trip back to Zarek.
Well, I have a sense of what it would have been like to study under Edra, but this you'll have to tell me about it. I'm
Yeah.
so even if I know it's
I will
exciting and scary.
I will tell you about my training with Yolita. You are going to be training too, so we can learn from each other.
Let's take notes and trade.
Sure. She's doing this strictly for you. Like she's this is your passion. And she's just like, I'm doing this because it's going to be helpful to him. So at least there's like a bright spot in this nonsense for me. So
There we go.
yeah.
You'll be fine.
I know I will.
Okay, let's get a beer now.
Yeah. Let's go party. Let's go do shots.
That's the first good thing I've heard on this entire trip.
It's beer time somewhere, according to Blackhawk.
Beer time. Happy hour. It's all the same shit. Should we let Mitch take us home now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the end of this story. Obviously, there's more to tell in Davokar, and who knows what'll happen to the ones who've been trained by Yolita, or what the heck's going on, or the prophecy involved with all that, or why that blighted person was out there in the woods, or how far these barbarians will go to keep their clan purified. But today, we get to revel and we get to enjoy ourselves and pretend like tomorrow will be a great day. This has been Pocket Dragon. Thank you guys for joining us. This was a lot of fun. We'll do our final send-off, and then we will send you guys off, and hope to see you guys at our next show.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, I'm Graphical Ronin, otherwise known as Jason. On Twixter, I'm JJSYNN. You'll find me as some version of Graphical Ronin, usually with an underscore in between on the socials. Every other Monday, I'm on a reoccurring Lancer campaign on the Lost Caravan RPG. Every Friday, I am in a 5.5 D&D campaign on Ruinous Paths D&D. I pop up occasionally other places. I do art for commissions, so if you're looking for character commissions or fantasy maps or whatever, find me on one of those socials and hit me up.
Hey, I'm also Jason, but you can call me Ampersands. I'm on both Instagram and Twitch at AlltheAmpersands, which means nothing. It's ridiculous, and that's why I picked it. But yeah, I stream a couple times a week, Wednesday nights and Sunday, usually in the afternoons, playing a lot of horror games with ghosts and other multiplayer games with my friends. And you can also find me. There's a bunch of links at Twitch. Just go to Twitch. There's links there.
Hey y'all, I am Artem. You can find me on Instagram at Artem directly. I have a podcast that's soon to be a YouTube show as well called Scary Movie and a Sandwich, where I pair sandwiches with scary movies. I have a TTRPG podcast called I Only Got Three Voices. And I'll be appearing weekly for the next couple of months, every Thursday night on the Happy Jacks Network, playing Aldgate Adventures, a Savage Worlds game that also features our very own Vixie.
That's me.
Yeah, it's super rad. But you can find links to all of that at Artem directly, and I also appear in a couple of other Pocket Dragon shows.
Yes. If you look carefully, you'll find them all on YouTube.
That's right.
Yep. And my name is Vixie Belle. I am your friendly neighborhood player at the table and proprietress of the PocketDragonPub. You can find me anywhere. You find the name Vixie Belle or the name PocketDragonPub. I'm also appearing every Thursday night on the Happy Jacks RPG Network as part of Aldgate Adventures. I'm very excited. I hope you will like and follow their channel to tune in to watch our merry band of ne'er-do-wells do silly things in the world of Aldgate. And yeah, that's pretty much everything we're up to. Obviously, we're working on new shows every week, and we're prepping for Gen Con coming up, which is also very exciting. Yeah.
See you there.
You might see a lot of familiar faces at the table in person.
Hey, I have been Mitch, continue to be Mitch. You can find me at Mitch Bustillos on all the socials. And if you're interested in Rite of Passage, you can find it on DriveThruRPG. So let's check it out. And if you want that unique barbarian perspective and are more interested in checking that area out in Symbaroum. This has been fun. This has been wonderful. And we'll see you at our next table.